Good morning, Sassy fam, and welcome to your Sunday check-in. I hope you're well. I hope you are fabulous. Today's check-in will be an energy concentration read for the first part of May, so a general overview. That is a 9-card baseline. I will clarify portions of it, and then towards the end, oracles, charms, the whole bit, right? But like I said, this is going to be an energy read for the first part of May. You guys, what can I say? Let's keep the intro short today. Today is just beautiful, and I need to get out there. I tell you what, I just need to get out there and express myself. No, I'm feeling restless and just kind of pent up right up there with Cinna Baby, who again continues to recover very well, very quickly. Gosh, her energy's back. Her appetite way up. We're really close to where we can get clearance for her to go full on walkies and running and exercise, just not yet. Myself, though, I need some gym time. Let me tell you, between Cinnamon and her needing a little extra TLC and then all this heavy pollen we've had, I've been a bit of a homebody myself, but let me tell you, no, my energy's up, we're running, and it's like, Christina, we need to go. We need to go and be part of the world. Yes, we need exercise, we need vibrancy, we need some color, we need let's get out there. So I'm a little restless, long story short, So let's maximize the day. Yes, I will see you for your Thursday check-in. I will see you for some shorts, and I will see you at your sign. Take care. Be well. Leo, what's up? What's going on? Shall we? Leo, please. What's going on for Leo? What's going on for Leo? Oh my, the Tower, 7 of Cups, and the Page of Cups. Okay, we'll talk about it. Ace of Swords, the 5 of Pentacles, and Judgments. 4 of Cups, Ace of Wands, and the King of Wands. Well, I can see that you experienced something powerful not too long ago. Tower, 7 of Cups, Page of Cups. It's almost like saying, dang it, I wish I'd opened my heart towards that. We'll clarify that portion and see what's up. It's kind of like I was mistaken, but from the heart. There's a sense here, I wish I had opened up. I wish I'd been more emotionally flexible. I wish I'd expressed myself. I don't quite know. 7 of Cups, Page of Cups, it looks easy, but the Tower suggests, perhaps we had to learn this the hard way. Let's keep going. Ace of Swords, 5 of Pentacles, Judgment, because it's kind of like something is shutting down anyway, so I may as well have opened up. It's interesting. Ace of Swords, that's a hard truth there with that 5 of Pentacles Judgment. It's kind of like something's breaking down, so why didn't I just say something? Or why didn't I just keep myself open? Because here we are. Okay. 4 of Cups, Ace of Wands, King of Wands. I see you doing something about it in future, though. There you are with your particular energetic stamp. And it's like saying, you know what? I'm upset. Let's do something about it. Cool. I like that. I like how you're kind of essentially turning that frown upside down. It's like, you know what? Okay. I wasn't open back here. I'm going to correct that. And I see you doing it. I see you correcting it. 4 of Cups, 8 of Wands, King of Wands. That's you. It's like, I'm unhappy. I'm going to say something. I see you speaking up. And it's important to you. Your energy stands for it. Okay? So, good on you. That's all. I'm just saying, good on you. And that looks like this is taking place, like I said, around early May. 7 of Cups, Page of Cups, Tower here. What's going on? Show me that, please. Oh, it does sound like somebody's busy with a power saw. It's not lawn care. Oh, boy. Still, I suppose you could say your message in some way has been blessed. Tower, 7 of Cups, Page of Cups. What's up with this? Ten of Wands, 5 of Pentacles, and the Emperor. At the time, you told yourself, I don't have time for this. I can't deal with this. Okay. You said you had enough going on as it was. or as is. And you're like, I don't have the space in me at some point in the past. And you're reflecting on it with the Tower coming on through. You're saying, as the Emperor, you had way too much on your plate already. Five of Pentacles, Ten of Wands. You told yourself you weren't in the position to be open towards something, or to be emotionally flexible, or to be emotionally present. You wish that you had been, but I can say realistically, for the Leo I'm looking at, it looks like you didn't have the space. Okay, honestly, it looks like you had a lot going on. You already had quite a bit on your plate. The Five of Pentacles was a problem then, and you can kind of see it still. And the Ten of Wands, it's like, I had so much going on. With the Tower, there's like, I wish I had opened up. I wished I had said something. It may not have been for reasons of in-love, guys. You can be emotionally open or emotionally flexible for a variety of reasons. It's not just about romantic interest. Could it be? Sure. So take it as it resonates. But it's kind of like saying, shoot, I was not present when I needed to be. I regret that. But here's why. You had a lot going on. A lot of pressure right there. And a sense of responsibility attached to. So, while we might look at that and say that was an excuse, you can say reasonable circumstances. Okay? All right. Let's keep, I want to see what this, because it's like you're saying, whatever that Five of Pentacles is, I'm still having to deal with it. Ace of Swords, Five of Pentacles, Judgment. It's like, this is breaking anyway. All right. What is it that's breaking? You're still having to sort out hard truths based on lessons and that Five of Pentacles, which showed up twice. Something here is breaking anyway. I keep hearing that. Three of Wands, the Chariot, and the Six of Swords. You see? Okay, I got you. I got you. This was a delayed decision. That's why you couldn't be open. You couldn't, again, it's like you were regretful. You're regretful that you didn't show more emotional presence or flexibility. It's like, I should have been there, I should have felt something, or I should have been, etc. We talked about that. But you were under what looks like extraordinary pressures. You recognize that too. Those extraordinary pressures are over here, and it's kind of like this thing was breaking anyway. And the idea is that Three of Wands, the Chariot, Six of Swords, it's like, I took a long time to move on from this. The decision, it seems, with Judgment here was inevitable. Why didn't I accept it sooner? So here we have a delayed decision. It's acceptance, seeing that for what it is. All I did was delay it, the breakage. It was always going to end up this way. That's very honest of you. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. Because those are hard insights. And that, I grant you, that's exactly what I'm looking at. This is a hard insight. This is not a fun day for somebody, to be clear. I knew this was going to happen. I knew I was going to have to leave this behind. But I didn't want to know right away. You understand? I didn't want to accept that as the truth right away. I kind of stretched it out a little bit. Three of Wands, the Chariot, Six of Swords. So that's what you were dealing with back here. And like I said, you may feel like it's not an excuse. You should have been more emotionally present for something else. I don't know what that situation was. It's whatever it was for you. Okay? Just, again, a strong sense of I should have been more emotionally present. So we may feel like it wasn't an excuse. I can't say that there weren't strong circumstances here. Okay? So maybe give yourself that kind of leniency. Because you were dealing with something here that, again, it was going to break. You accepting it. Okay? Allowing yourself to process it and actually do the thing itself. That's quite time-consuming here. Okay? There was a hard truth that took you a moment to consolidate yourself to. All right? But I get what you're saying. I wish they shoulda, coulda, woulda. I should have opened up to this. This was breaking anyway. I just had so much on my plate. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Okay? It's all right. Four of Cups, Eight of Wands, King of Wands. I think I'm looking at someone who can honestly say you made the best possible decisions that you could at the time. Not everything is as straightforward as people want to believe it is, or as easy. You know, it looks like you were caught between a rock and a hard place, if I'm being honest with you. 4 Cups, 8 of Wands, King, and in the future, again, not too far out from now, I see you opening up and talking about it, that unhappiness, you know? All right. Four of Swords, the Sun, the Magician. Good for you. See, good job. I love that. Look at that. Okay, look at that. That Leo energy shining through, honey. I really feel like the bigger parts of who you are just energetically delayed. A lot like this situation and putting it off and seeing it for what it is. Your positivity, your sense of hope, your sense of rising to the occasion, it's not that far behind you. Honestly, before you in the future, I do see you opening up and you talking about the unhappiness and the disappointment and you wishing you had been more available back here and here's why you couldn't, or you felt that you couldn't, or you logically concluded that you couldn't be because something was breaking from you anyway and you were still dealing with that. You didn't know the extent of which you would be dealing with it or how long it was going to take, but you got there. Eventually, I see you parting ways with this, and when that happens, look. The ease is so much better for you. Positivity, like I said, optimism, hope for yourself goes way up. So I see you talking. You feel so much better. I mean, look at that. 4 Swords, the Sun, the Magician. So not only do you feel so much better, whoever it is you're talking to, you kind of get to use your words with this person and convey how much healing you've done and how much better you feel. You know, I would dare say it's almost like you're making up for what you felt you could not be a part of or open up towards in the past. Okay? So that's a lot of I wish I had done the opposite energy. Okay, fine. And that's exactly what I see you doing in future. I see you counter-correcting this. All right? I don't know, it's not like you're exactly making up for lost time. It's more like this is where I can be now, where I want to be, and it feels so much better, miles better than where I came from. So you've done some good work in here, particularly in future. I love that you're opening up. I love that you're talking. And I love that you are conveying your own sense of happiness and healing journey. And I don't know who you're talking to, but it feels so good. It's going to feel so freaking good. Yeah, it's whatever it is. You said, I wished I had opened up in the past. I wish I had told whatever that was what was going on with me. I know. Whoever it is you're talking to seems to have a receptive ear, which is good. Because you look very happy. You look radiant. I think they understand you, in other words, you know? Which is lovely. I'm very happy for you. Oh, I love it when people tell me, okay, this is what happened and this is what I was dealing with, and this is how I'm going to show up, though. This is how I'm going to fix things for myself, okay? The home, for some of you, home space was involved. For some of you, relocation was here. Home, transaction, moving to and fro. It could be the division of a household. I don't know. But it was very close to home, very laborsome. And for some of you, the 6 of Swords and the Chariot here, relocation might have been involved. That might have been a big part of it right there. Lost in a maze for a long time. It was very confusing. What you were doing, next steps, moves, it was taking forever. Things were not clear. All right, number 43. All right, that's fair. I'd say that's absolutely fair. And then we got space from it. Eventually, on the distant horizon, things shifted forward and we got out of that maze. Okay, all righty. Good job, Leo, honey. Very good. Ask for help from others, and that's where I just see that dialogue and or communication. And then I don't think you're actually asking for help, but I see that you are processing with someone else what your experience is. And like I said, we're kind of counter-correcting that opening tower energy because you're making yourself open and available to somebody in the future. And like I said, their ear is receptive. So, all right. Within the next few weeks, like I said, that's the concentration of the energy. So it's very, very Like I said, late April to early May. This is what we're looking at. Yeah. All right. We have the letters Z, X, S, and then we have the bicycle. Some of you might love to ride your bike. It's a hobby, profession maybe for some of you, and then also for some reason or another, the bike might be a symbol for some of you. Okay. Leo, honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Sag, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me Sagittarius, please. What's going on for Saggy? There we go. Now, what's up? Page of Cups, Strength, and the Ace of Coin. Yeah. Good work there. The Hanged Man, Chariot, the Emperor. Whoa. Cool. Page of Wands. Five of Cups and the Ace of Wands. There you go. Very good. You're showing me straight away, look, work is consuming a lot of energy on my part, and I'm happy to do it. Well, I don't know about you're happy to do it, but you're like, I'm strong enough to do it. You're showing me a strength of will to meet the needs at work right now, whatever your work priorities are. It could be that you have entered a busy season and more is expected of you. It could be that you are expecting more from yourself at this time. In other words, you're intentionally trying to build into the coin more. Okay. Be like, I need strength of energy. I've got to rise to this one. All right, I hear you. The Hanged Man, Chariot, the Emperor. You have already started making decisions about when and where and how you will move forward. However, it's not a direct, right away action. This is a plan. That's a plan. The Hanged Man, Chariot, the Emperor, like, when it's time, I will move forward. But right now, I need to study the ins and out of it so I can claim this. Right, as the Emperor. When you are ready to move forward in your goals, work, or career, you want to be able to claim it, empowerment, stand behind your decision, right? You don't want to be questioned in any way. You just want to be able to own that energy and move it forward. But you're also saying, I'm building that case right now with the Hanged Man. So that will not be an overnight decision. But when it's time for you to move forward in your career, you will. You're planning it, like I said. That's a good plan. It is. You're showing me the necessary elements for success in that. Page of Wands, Five of Cups, Ace of Wands. You're showing me, you know, there's some sadness here, there's some regret, but for the most part, you are excited for new energy and new opportunities at some point in the future. Okay? So let's go ahead and jump on into it. Page of Cups, Strength, Ace of Pentacles. You're like, right now, I'm holding down this particular fort. And this particular fort takes a lot of energy. Particularly strength. All right. I know, honey. Sometimes the work season's like that, and it can be like that for weeks, months, at time, years. What's up? Ten of Cups, Five of Pentacles, oh, Page of Swords. Okay, yeah, there's some very small insight around this subject of Five of Pentacles. You're not ready to feed into that just yet. Okay, we're not ready to break from this yet, but you see where the problems are already. So that kind of told me a little bit more about over here where you're trying to set up a platform for future success. But Page of Swords, Five of Pentacles, I see you with a very small eye over here looking at the idea of breakage from this coin, how you earn coin, work and career specifically. We're not in that space just yet because you have a larger picture right now attached to you called the Ten of Cups, okay? You're like, I'm not ready, and the people I care about, they're not ready either, because if I make a decision, it affects them too. So I'm looking at a Sag, you're not really thinking in terms of I, you're thinking in terms of we. And real life is like that, you know? Ten of Cups, you're saying many of you are in supportive roles. It's not just something, work, that you can dip in and out of without changing not just your structure, but other people's structure as well. I understand. Okay? So, while you sometimes really have to maintain a lot of strength to show up to work, that's what you do. But there's that little eye right there, examining the prospect of future breakage and how you're going to leave this Ace of Pentacles. Okay? There's something about it where it's like I'm always having to show up with strength. Not necessarily because I want to be here, but because I have to be. It's not just me. It's not just my money or my finances or, my personal sense of security. Others are tied to this as well. So you're showing me a certain level of responsibility, but a willingness right now as we speak to look at separating from this work. Eight of Pentacles. And that's where I see this Hanged Man, the Chariot, and the Emperor come into play. It's the plan begins now. Okay, you giving this thoughtful consideration, because I agree with you. When it's time to move forward, we want to move forward with no mishaps. We want to be in total alignment. Okay? Yeah. And like I said, ownership of that decision, right? It's one thing to show up to work with strength, and it's another thing to show up to work as the Emperor. Do you hear the difference? All right. The Hanged Man, Chariot, the Emperor. The Magician, Ace of Wands, the Chariot. Oh, baby. If you could, you'd peel out of there so fast. Oh, yeah. I don't blame you. I promise you, though, you keep showing this kind of energy, your shift is a matter of time. It's a matter of time. Okay? Back here, I got you building a platform for success, for yourself, for others. You've got the experience behind you, the credibility behind you, and you continue to build into that. But realistically, you understand you shouldn't have to be using the strength card all day, every day for work. So I see you eyeballing the subject of separation. Here we're building into the plan a lot. You have dreams and aspirations attached to you that you are keeping to yourself. Right now it's a big stir pot, energetic stir pot of ideas and kind of outlining things. Okay? You're manifesting the energies. You're collecting them. You're building into them. You're really in tune with this. Those new opportunities, new energies. That's what kind of gets you excited. I see that for you in future as well. But I like it. So, yes, there is what you might call a reasonable delay. A Hanged Man here, building into that plan. I think you will have a stronger idea of what that plan is. It begins now, while we're in Aries season, and it's going to extend itself, I believe, further out to Cancer season. All right? When you will move on that plan, I don't know. But, man, I'll tell you what, when you're ready to get out of there, you look great. You're very ready. You're very prepared. The actual plan is entirely up to you. This is something you've already been kind of thinking about, and you build into it, or you haven't. But I like how you might stay in this arena for strength, but you exited the Emperor, which is great. And you don't even see it as an exit, honey. You see it as the making of you, a new beginning, where you're in charge of this. And all your energy is positive. Positive for yourself, your direction, how you're shifting your goals. You are authentically excited. You really do seem to be meeting your goals and sense of self to your highest authority, which is wonderful. Page of Wands, Five of Cups, Ace of Wands. You know, it's like I was saying, there's some regret there. True. But nevertheless, your natural enthusiasm burns bright, you know? Nine of Swords, Judgment, the Sun. Okay. A little bit of worry there, trepidation. Usually when I see things like this, it's in the context of why didn't I do it sooner? Because you weren't ready. That's why. Manifest destiny is no easy thing. you know? But yeah, why didn't I do this sooner? You weren't ready. That's all. You had to listen to yourself over an extended period of time, incorporate your lessons, and you needed the time, frankly, to build into this plan and see yourself at the head of it, to allow yourself to become excited, to allow yourself that space to believe in yourself and your goals and your own sense of future direction. Okay? I know it's non-specific. That's okay. You're a fire sign. I know this has to do with pathway. Okay? Oh. Spring is alive. Very much so. And once more, I live knee-deep in the heart of the burbs, but this is pretty normal. So that was likely a backup trolley for things like, I don't know, 50 bags of soil, mulch, shingles for the roof. I have no idea. But this is what it sounds like normally this time of year. This is where all the projects come out and people are super busy. Anyway, you're a fire sign. So when you are authentically excited, all right, even though it's around pathway, goal, work, you're like, this is what it's about, though. I get to pursue my own happiness here. And you are authentically excited. Like I said, there's some regret in there. Some sense of Nine of Swords judgment. You had to be in a position to listen to yourself and stop self-doubting and self-sabotaging and all that malarkey that we see with the Nine of Swords. You had to learn the hard way to stop doing that and believe in what you naturally feel. Okay? You had to build into it, but I promise you, you moving towards this means your happiness and your own sense of hope. Okay? I love this. This is so wonderful. I believe what you start building into in terms of a plan now, you will see more traction with it. Like I said, Cancer season or the height of the sun, summer. But it begins now. Adjudication, fairness, boredom, detachment, but going back and forth, the pros and cons, the rightness of the thing. And I know you're bored. I can see it. But the good news is that you could have kept telling yourself to stay and accept this and settle. You couldn't keep hearing that argument. And that's where your sense of Nine of Swords and judgments come in. It's like everything else is self-doubt, Saggy. Listen to yourself. Okay? Some of you identify as the male, the romantic male. There could be something here to do, of course, with a love interest that I didn't necessarily see represented, but it could be part of your forward momentum for sure. Number 28, the one who bears the rose, you know, in terms of a masculine energy, could be present here today. Okay, for some of you, that's simply you. Perhaps some of you are romantic at heart, or that it represents your own particular passion that you are learning to tune into, consolidate, and make good on as well. You know, I can see that you are very passionate. I was going to say there's lots of fire in here. Some of you might be double, triple, quad fire. In which case, this is just rolling off of you in waves, you know. And I see a practical opening. I know. But there's something here you burn very brightly for. And a touch of luck. Yeah, touch of luck. It never hurt anybody. Absolutely. Completely agree. Touch of luck. 2, 28, and 30. For some of you, this represents the making of you in terms of something creative. If you believe in yourself specifically, you're so excited by your future self. I love it. You really are, you know? We have the letters W, F, J. We have the butterfly in reverse. It's non-transformative for now. I understand. We have the twin dolphin here. And the two dolphins shape a heart like so. You might have a partner and or companion with you this whole time. Or like I said, for some of you, A love interest might be on your future road as you continue to move forward. I don't know, but there's a sense of playfulness, someone who's more alike you than they are different. And your two hearts connect beautifully. Palm hand. Deeply spiritual, some of you are, and you're trying to get more in touch with that side of yourself. Okay? All right, Saggy honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Aries, welcome to your Sunday check-in. What's going on, please? For Aries. Six of Wands, Six of Cups, Queen of Pentacles. All right. Cool. King of Cups, King of Wands, Knight of Cups. Yeah, that's beautiful. That's lovely. Seven of Cups, Page of Cups, Justice. Wow. To be clear, someone else's energy is here. I'm not focusing on a them or they, but I got two people present, so just FYI. Okay? All right, Six of Wands, Six of Cups, Queen of Pentacles. Man, there's a connection here that makes us feel so good. Makes us feel seen. Makes us feel recognized. And it does involve someone of the past, I believe. Six of Cups here. Okay, that's a soul bond energy. You two go way back. There's memory in there. There's nostalgia, the sweetness. But also, Six of Wands, whatever this is, makes us feel a certain way of, you know, pride, like I said, recognition. I'm happy to be connected to this person. They make me feel seen. I make them feel seen, something like that. There's something there about the visibility and the comfort of knowing this connection is yours in some way, or you're connected to it, makes you feel good about you. Queen of Pentacles. It makes you feel secure, comforted. Okay. And you're saying this connection in the general sense is a reflection of me and my self-worth. I believe in it. And I think that's where, for a fire sign, that sense of triumph is coming in. I believe in this. It makes me feel good. I'm not saying it's perfect, I'm perfect, or we're perfect, but it's like it fits me pretty well. And I like that I find myself in it. That's nice. Okay? You like that you find yourself in it. All right, King of Cups, King of Wands, Knight of Cups. But looking at you two, you actually both have very similar natures. You know? Strong personalities, the both of you. One of you is a strong feeler. One of you is very passionate. Okay? But with your two energies combined, a lot of sense of mutual respect and the height of energies here. Okay? And the Knight of Cups, the love flow between these two is on point. The vulnerability, the softness, the expression, it's beautiful. Seven of Cups, Page of Cups, Justice. I see you two continuing to open towards this and open towards each other because it literally feels right. That's it. That's all I got. That was nice. Aries, that was nice. Yeah, happy birthday. So I'll clarify and I'll see all the humanness and I'll see the nonsense and I'll see the this, that, and the other. But for the most part, these two souls are absolutely beautiful when they're connected. You two bring out some really strong qualities in each other. But there's also a deep appreciation of the past and how you see yourself in it. You know? You're just like, this one fits me just right. It wouldn't anyone else, but it does for me. And there's a comfort in that. I like that. There's a comfort in it. Especially like, it's almost like you're saying Six of Wands. This is one of my favorite connections. I love, it's kind of sweet. It's cute. It's sweet. It's one of my favorite connections. You know? All right. I feel like this is Aries' sweetheart or something. It does have that softness. It has that sweetness. It makes you feel a little softer, a little more childlike. You know. Anyway, I don't know why I felt like saying that. Is your sweetheart, maybe? That's sweet. It is sweet. Anyway, I'll clarify and I'll see this, that, and the other. I know. But still, I love it. Do you see that? Look at that. Look at that. Especially right here. And at you two, at the height of your energies, where you're most mature selves, someone's got a strong personality, the other person does too. but also a strong sense of, well, this is who we are. And this is how we connect, and this is how we feel. This is how I do things, this is how they do things, and it works. It's good. It's good. Anyway. King of Cups. Justice. Queen of Swords. Man, somebody's a big old squishy squish. Someone's got some big old feelings. King of Cups here twice. Could be strong Scorpio energy, either for you, them. Justice, Queen of Swords. And there's Justice again. I have someone here with the frame of mind to come forward and show a certain level of determination to balance things between you and this person. I am seeing it as you, but again, take it as it resonates. That would also mean the Queen of Pentacles is being attributed to you. So someone here has a very logical, rational, practical nature, and the other person just heart, just so much heart. But it could be, I mean, reverse energies as you see fit. There's clearly two people, and you two switch off each other pretty well, or bounce off each other, I should say, pretty well. But yeah, no, I mean, there is a determination here from the very opening to balance. Balance spiritually, technically. Let's make it happen. Let's make it work. We work well together. We do. Our energies are awesome together when we're combined. When our powers are combined, we are awesome. We're an awesome team, and we're unique. Aries is like, we are unique. And here are the reasons why we are unique. I don't know, but there is so sweet and so supportive. But someone here at the very opening, again, I believe it's you, is speaking their mind in their sense of will and determination, and just talking about how awesome you two are and you can work out anything. You know it. I think it's you speaking with that level of conviction. And someone really speaks from their heart. That's it. But you two are both showing that sense of, yeah, we are pretty awesome. You know. Okay, let's keep on keeping on. That's so lovely. I like that. Don't get me wrong. There's a strong opinion in there, a strong mind that's been carved out, but it's in the sake of justice. So, in other words, it's correct. All right, King of Cups, Knight of Wands. I'm sorry. Let me try that again. King of Cups, King of Wands, hello, and the Knight of Cups. Beautiful, though. All right. I'm waiting for the reveal, though, if I'm being honest with you. Why did we have to have that strong dialogue? We'll get there. King of Pentacles. There's so much personality in this. I told you. I knew it. I knew it was you. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Swords. Over here, King of Pentacles, King of Swords. Very consistent energy. I believe that's you. Seven of Pentacles. There you are. There you are. Look at that. It's interesting, you have a soft approach when it comes to this person, but you knew what you were doing the whole time. You knew what you were doing the whole time. I know. So that's interesting. You have a soft approach when it comes to this person. Still firm, determined, logical, practical, pointing out the pros of your two's connection and how we can balance it, how we can work it. And this means a lot too. And personally, it makes you feel giddy, and I like how they respond to it. It's in a similar fashion. Like I said, you two have that feel of going way back. Cool. But over here, here's the same darned energies. I tell you what, and I know it's you. You're like, Seven of Pentacles. I've been working on this, baby. I've been working on this. Oh, I love it. I love it. It's like, that's the plan. But on the outset, you're showing me passion, fire, ambition. But behind you is this evolving plan that was built into over time. Okay, you want to make this work, baby. I believe you. I believe you. You're like, that's what's up. Is Aries one of your dominant placements or non-dominant placement? Because you're showing me a lot of attributes that are earthian and then air. Aries might be an obscure placement on the chart for some of you, but it's a good one. It's a good one. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. I just like, look at that. Look at that. It's so cheeky. But also, I can't say that the logic doesn't hold up. It holds up. Whatever your plan is, your logic here, it holds up. And look at that. Look at that. The communication's flowing. It's soft. It's provoking some of your better elements towards each other. But look at that. It's like the mastermind is back there. Look at that. Look at that. Seven of Cups, Page of Cups, Justice. Nice. Continue to remain open. That seems to be the plan here. Okay. To operate under that space of justice. Emotion. Bolstered by logic, reasoning, and a practical approach is allowing this thing to remain balanced. But I'm still waiting for that particular penny to drop. What's all the emphasis here, though? You got a plan building into it. The relay, I have to say, is on point. Wow. All right. Nine of Pentacles. Oh, the Four of Cups. Nine of Cups. The plan here is to make the self or allow the self to be happy for the both of you. You're saying the expression here is for the individual self on both sides to remain open. Okay. We as individuals have to step into this and remain open towards each other. It's like, I know my part in showing up. They have to do the same. You're saying, I know that. You're right. Thank you for making that point. It's something I say all the time. Just make sure it's returned to you. Yes, but this is coming from a space of the self, ownership of the self. This is something I want to do. I personally recognize that I've been unhappy, and this is the operation I need to put into place, the methods I need to put in place to countercorrect that, because I don't want to be unhappy in this situation. So that means being open to balancing this darn thing, even if it gets tricky. But the same has to be true for them too. Yes, again, completely agree. And so far as I can tell you, you two are like this. At the opening, here in the middle, where things get soft and sweet, but somebody's still keeping in mind that plan and building into it. And then over here, that sense of openness, emotional flexibility, continuing to invest in this from a place of balance, and it's coming from that space of self. I want to do this. I want to alleviate any personal sense of unhappiness, and I hope that they experience the same. But that requires us both to be open towards this. It's quite lovely, Aries. Quite lovely. You are Aries that is just all over this. So that tells me then you both experienced upset in your own ways, disappointment in whatever this connection was. It's in the past, Six of Cups, or it was of the past. That means you've had ample opportunity to disappoint each other and hurt each other. That kind of goes along for the ride in any Six of Cups journey. Okay? But you're showing me the space of where you've been unhappy. And you want to correct that. You want to correct that with them. And that's it. That's all I've seen. And it's actually quite lovely. I like your determination. There's a gift here. Sense of gift, generosity, recognition. 17, a peace offering. I don't know, honey. That could take any form. But a gift comes in many forms and many ways. Okay? It's like I have something for you. I'm not quite sure, but it's lovely. Ah. Number 8. Coffin. I'm going to take a crack at that. At some point on your two's timeline, there was an ending. Or possibly separation, space between you two. Any number of things. But there was a gift we meant to give, and we never got a chance to give it. And then we think about the old gifts that were exchanged too. What did go through in the past when they had a chance. And the gifts that stopped, or we always meant to give. And somebody here is attributed with that kind of energy. Masculine, but masculine romantic. The idea of being open to the possibility of love and exchange of it. Number 28, that could be you, could be them. But that's the one with a plan, I know that. Number 18, child. One or both of you might have a child. There could be a childlike sense of wonder here, which is positive, and then there might be a childlike sense of dependency, which would be negative. I didn't see any evidence of that. But there is a sense of childlike wonder attached to some of this. Yeah, I know. I saw that. It's like it feels like that sense of this is my sweetheart and it's very special to me. So there's a sense of childlike wonder in here a little bit. Number 18. 18, 28, 8, and 17. Okay. Yeah. Oh, this one was sweet. It is so freaking sweet. I like how you two focus. Yeah. Yes. Yes. That's all there is. Simply yes. Like Simply Red. Simply yes. Simply Red is a musician. Specifically a singer. But no, I was thinking Simply Yes. Like Simply Red. Oh, I hear cinnamon fussing. C-L-O-M as in mother, Z. And then we have the medallions of Cancer as well as Gemini. That one being in reverse, keyword here being intelligent. Any of those signs might appear strongly in your particular chart. In other words, influencing you in some way, could be connecting to, or those seasons might be important to you. Okay. All right, Aries, honey, this one was really cool. I liked yours a lot today. I won't say too many more like it, but I really liked your opening a lot, actually. That sweet sort of recognition. This is special and unique to me. Always was, always will be. Are you here, Cinnamon? Oh my goodness, she is giving one of her stuffies the business right now. Like she is fussing on it. I don't know if you can hear that, but that's what I was referring to in the last Thursday check-in. But if you hear it, just in case, she's fine. She's fine, I promise. Okay, anyway, yeah, no, there's that sense of specialness here. Yes, there's something about that is so charming and so nostalgic, but sweet and loving. And we're determined to balance with it. Okay, anyway, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments, take care, be well. Aquarius, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me. Aquarius, please. What's going on for Aquarius? What's up? Justice, the Two of Pentacles, and Death. Maybe not. Okay, Devil, Star, that's you, Five of Wands. Okay. The Empress, Ten of Cups, and the Eight of Wands. You know. Ooh, the temptation's real, Aquarius, honey. But like always, tarot represents the proof of choice, not the absence of it. So you ultimately get to choose. But just to let you know, the Aquarius I'm looking at, you did make a choice right there. Boom. And this is a matter of any day now, right now. Any day now. Justice, Two of Pentacles, Death. There's something here you tried to balance. You seriously, super seriously considered it for as long as you could. Two of Pentacles, back and forth. Hey, can I make this work? Can I make this work? Can I make, technically, legally, in terms of the spiritual essence of the thing that justice often represents, when it comes to your time, energy, and effort, can I continue to balance this, or should I even try? Technically, legally, spiritually, any of those things. You went, no. Death. Well, thank you. I'm glad you tidied that up. And you know what? Going back and forth in this as long as you have suggests to me you're probably correct. Okay? Something can either balance itself fairly, technically, legally, spiritually, time, energy, and effort, or it can't. After so long, you have an answer. It's just, for most people, they struggle with finalizing the answer. You finalized it. Okay? Like, I'm not going to give to this anymore, and I'm not going to pretend to keep giving to this anymore. You know? But I can honestly say, I did my best to understand if I'm supposed to give to it. But I have one conclusion at the end of the day. Yeah. Okay? Devil, Star, Five of Wands. Ooh! Aquarius, are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure that's the right decision for you? Can we tempt you back real quick? And you kind of roughly say, nah. Five of Wands, you push back on it, which is good. So you are showing me a fighting position, but it's positive. Sometimes you have to stand up for yourself, particularly after a decision's been made. It just feels like you got tested sooner rather than later. And I hate using that word test, by the way. But it was the kind of natural response. You said, I give up on this. I don't know what it is you gave up on. Could be work. It could be anything where you went back and forth on it. I want to continue to show up for this. Is it fair to me? No, it ain't. And then, you know, the response was, Aquarius, come on. Come on. You know, the devil was just whispering in your ear, like, right there. Right there you are, star. Come on. Come back to the dark side. We have cookies. You know you want cookies. Something like that. And you went, and you have 5 of Wands. So all I can tell you is that whatever it is, you push back on it hard. I didn't know if you'd be successful, but it looks like you are. The Empress, 10 of Cups, 8 of Wands. In future, I see you glad, very glad for having resisted this, stayed away from it, not allowing yourself to be swayed. You'll be glad that you pushed back. I don't know how hard that pushback. You're making it look easy. So I don't know if you just flicked it like a go away, stupid voice or temptation or whatever it was. But you flicked it away. But it might have been actually very difficult for you. I don't quite know. I just see you having success in the future in that sense that you are at peace with you. And that's all I care about. The Empress, 10 of Cups, 8 of Wands. But I can see we're a moment there. You was tempted. You was real tempted. I'm glad you held out for you. The Empress, 10 of Cups, 8 of Wands. You're showing me a strong sense of peace and harmony, fulfillment and empowerment. And I see you communicating as such. So I'm happy. I'm good. I'm at peace. Me and mine are good and at peace. You're like, it's good as gravy. Okay. So whatever that is, first you made a good decision over here, even though you struggled with it. Cool. Then you made a second decision as a response to come on back here and struggle with this a little more. And you went, nah. So, let's see that opening. Let's see, Justice. I have to say yours is very interesting. I wish I had more time with it. Justice, 2 of Pentacles, Death. But I will say, like I said, that's soon. That's soon. You making a declaration, I'm not giving this anymore, is done, is finito. No. I'm very curious. And more than curious, I want to see how you arrive to that decision. Because this is the kind of thing, you know, I'm looking at it and people struggle with this kind of stuff every day. Should I give this up? Should I not give this up? How can I justify it real quick? Because justification can work against us too. All energies in tarot have a pro and con. You can justify the right thing just as much as you can justify the wrong thing. And that's where the 2 of Pentacles is. You went back and forth on this, but what is right for me at the end of the day? Okay? There you go. Nine of Pentacles, 2 of Cups, the Page of Pentacles. It represents something you put yourself into independently. 9 of Pentacles. You chose to put some sort of love energy into something or somebody somewhere, and you said you couldn't. You just couldn't. You couldn't keep doing it. I don't know what that is to you, but it's something or someone you say you cared about, but you couldn't keep giving them what you were giving them. Be it money, time, energy, effort, attention. You could justify it if you wanted to. And I think many of you did until you got into a space where you couldn't continue to justify it. But I will say this, you take ownership of it. You're like, I was there. I was that person. I was that individual. I tried to give something of myself to this because I cared about it. You might have even loved it. It may not have been intimate. You know, 2 of Cups could be anything where you have a bond with somebody. Okay? But I will say this, you're like, I gave to it. But then I struggled with if I should give anything to it at all. That should have been my first clue that something weren't right. Point is that you worked through it and you arrived to a conclusion that was right for you. Okay? Good job. Okay. And just to give you an example, I can see stuff like this. It was like, you know, I was constantly giving handouts to my sister, and I love my sister. And I knew what I was doing. I chose to do that. But it got to the point where it would never stop, and I knew it. There was always a reason. There's always a reason. There's always an emergency. There's always some drama. There's always something. But it kind of went beyond the space of my just caring about her as like a brother or whatever it is. And I just knew it was bad. I was feeding whatever her problem is that allowed this to perpetuate. I wasn't actually helping her. There you go. See, you see? So that situation, as it resonates to you, you would know best. I can definitely see where it had ramifications in the 3D. All right? Alrighty. Devil, Star, 5 of Wands. Devil, Star, 5 of Wands. The Sun. Knights of Pentacles. 2 of Pentacles. Oh, that was a... Change your mind. You'll be happy that you did. There's that 2 of Pentacles. It's like, I just got done with this subject. I gave you my word. I'm not going to continue to float this thing. Or humor it. Come on back, Devil. Aquarius. Come on back. That's my devil voice. Come on back. Give some more to this. You'll be happy. You'll be so happy. You know it'll make you happy to give to this. You always did. And you're like, that's my problem, is that I was giving to it at all. It does not make me feel good. I don't like it. No. I don't want to have to question my happiness like that. No. I know it'd probably make you happy, but it doesn't make me happy. So you push back on it. You did. Okay? You had this insistence that your sense of warmth and long-term happiness is not this. You don't want to continue to give to it. You made it very clear. So when you push back, you didn't have to push back too hard. It looks like you were prepared in some way for a reprisal, something. Okay? The Empress. For some of you, this has yet to come up, so just FYI. Okay? The Empress, 10 of Cups, Ace of Wands. Peace, happiness for you and yours. Absolutely. And there is a family element here with the 10 of Cups. Okay? Once more, family is what you make of it. It could be a couple folks. It could be 20, 30, 40. I never know. That's not the point. You're showing me harmony. Okay? I'm not saying it's perfect, but it's perfect for you. The Empress, 10 of Cups, 8 of Wands, and you're communicating. You're talking. Okay? And giving your time, again, the Empress production, giving your time, energy, and effort appropriately to your inner circle, the people who matter the most in this life, because they can give back to you in equal. Okay? Justice. That's what's fair. Yes, I agree. Judgment. And the 8 of Cups. You know, it was hard to make that call to walk away from this, but you're showing me a direct line of communication about what's important to you. And those are, again, your inner circle, the people you can harmonize with, the people who give back to you. They don't just take from you. Okay? So we have a lesson here about when and where and how to walk away from those people who are not giving back to us in our best interest. Fairness is where you find yourself loved and supported. Okay? And what you would do for others, may it be returned to you. That's fair. That's healthy. Then we have lesson about when to make yourself unavailable to others who would just take and take and take. Okay? Strong lesson in that. So future context, just a sense of happiness, calm, peace. Peace over this subject, peace of what you learned and why, where it came from, and that way you won't get caught up in that again, whatever it is. Okay? All right. But I love that. Huge emphasis on appropriate balance. Healthy constructs. You look so calm, honey. You look so calm with yourself and the people who matter the most. And you're talking, and it's lovely. Peaceful home, quaint, comfortable, well-established, deeply rooted. Things are just so, and it's just so, like a huge emphasis on peace. Oh, with a strong partnership too. Beautiful. 4, 15. Okay. And just beautiful, strong partnership. mature man, occupation, strong sense of doing what's right, being a strong provider, being a strong leader, the wisdom, insight, knowing what's best for us, how to grow, how to expand. And always that a strong sense of providership right here. Okay? Adding to our foundation, stability, with a very strong connection with the lovers there in a peaceful home. Beautiful. Beautiful. So we have a lot of real world sense of obligation, responsibility, preoccupation, yes, purpose, but ideal, loving, fulfilling, productive home, family construct too. A strong partnership there attached to you. Very strong. It provokes some really good energies in there. Very loving, very giving, very generous, very quality of care. Whereas this would pull from you and ask more from you, but not give back. It's unhealthy. And no wonder it showed back up as the devil. Come on, get over here, give to this, take care of this, do this for me. I can't do it. You've always done it. That's my problem. That's my problem. So, yeah, you put the smack down on that. And then also you don't want any interference from this into your future. Yeah, I don't blame you with energies like that. Hell no, you don't want any. Hell no, you're going to provoke some really strong protective qualities. This is what matters here. Me and mine. Okay? I work towards that, and I will protect it fiercely. You take away. This gives. I'm sorry. Ask for help from others. Don't be an island. Know when and where and how to open up about these kind of things, but with trusted folks, obviously. Okay. Anything else? Now we're good. Did I call it the numbers 4, 15, 5, 34? So many. All right, we have the letters Q, X, E, H, and G. We have the spider web. You know, the spider. Now, you can see the spider is positive, yes, building an appropriate web for the appropriate resources foundation, or you can see it as destructive and ensnaring. It kind of depends. I can see where for you it's a little bit of both. You want a healthy, productive web that you build for yourself in this life, but something in here would trap you in theirs. So you can, continue to build into their sense of security, not yours. It takes. We have the medallions of Libra, Sagittarius, Taurus, as well as Leo. Yeah, you might have any of these very strong placements in your chart, could be connecting to, or their seasons might be important to you. Aquarius, honey, I hope this helped you. Beautiful, good job, good work today. Put it in the comments. Take care. Be well. Gemini, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me Gemini, please. Show me Gemini. What's going on, please, for Gemini? Seven of Swords, Knights of Swords, and the Nine of Swords. Oh, that's a lot of fear. That's a lot of anxiety, honey. We need to work through that. We'll talk about it. Four of Swords, Knights of Wands, the Fool. And so you do. Good. Good. That's kind of what you might call rapid progress, but you're on it. Good. All right. Eight of Cups, the World, King of Pentacles, by your orders. Holy cow. Yeah. You know what? You opened up straight away with, I can't handle this. There's too much going on in my mind. But if there's anyone who can handle that kind of level of sword activity, it's you. Okay? You're not giving yourself nearly enough credit, but you are in the process of discovering things. And you'll be getting good insight soon. Okay? I promise you, you got this. And that's a lot. That's a lot of mental noise right there. Seven of Swords, Nine of Swords. It's all negative. It's just a wheelhouse of negative activity in there. And you're like, just tell me what to do. Knight of Swords. That's all I want to know is what to do. We're going to have to find the solutions ourselves. Okay, we need to turn down the volume because it's very high for you right now. That way you can listen to yourself better. And that's exactly what you'll be doing soon. And when you do, a little bit of rest for you apparently goes a long way. Four Swords, Knights of Wands, the Fool. You're like, I got it. Look at that. Look at that positive turnaround between, I don't know. Just tell me what to do. Just tell me what to do to, okay. I took some quiet time. I took some reflection time. I had a rest. I had a nap. I got it. Apparently, yeah. Like I said, if there's anyone who can handle that level of mental conflict, it's you. We just got to dial down the thought. It's so loud. But a little bit of rest, like I said, can go a long way for you. Four of Swords. Knight of Wands, the Fool. I got it. I'm overthinking it. That's it. That's all you had to, that's all you told. I was overthinking it. Gemini is what I do. I'm over it and I'm on it. There you go. You're out the door. Knight of Wands, the Fool. Gosh, you look so optimistic and I would say buoyant and just happy, you know? You're like, oh, this feels good. So you went from kind of like mental anxiety to, I would say, hope, nervous, but nervous, good hope, good energy for yourself, expressing yourself. It's lovely. Now, further out, Eight of Cups, the World, King of Pentacles. Like I said, with a certain level of authority here, you're closing something out. And you're like, that's it. I said so. King of Pentacles, boom, something's done for you. Okay. Wow. But look at that. King of Pentacles right there. You're like, I know this is correct for me. I know it's correct. Practically speaking, there's something here I can close out comfortably. I'm out. I'm gone. So it's interesting. As your energy moves outward in a way that suggests it's forward, it's positive, okay? It would like to be a little more self-fulfilling. You're also saying there's something here I'm completely and totally done with, and I'm okay with that. Okay? So you are very much showing me the representation of the door today. Something here is closing, but you're also like, I'm opening one too. Let me tell you something about that world. I got so sick of seeing it. With that last Thursday check-in, everybody and the mother's mother was showing me the world, and I'm like, I'm tired of the world. But yours is in a context that's very claiming, very powerful, and in recognition of the world and its many properties. So let's begin from the beginning. Let's take a look at that mental knot you got working here. Seven of Swords, Nine of Swords, Knight of Swords. You're like, I just want to know what to do. I just want to know what to do. So, oh my goodness, it's so... The volume of your thoughts, honey, it's really high. It's really loud. What's up with all this? Okay. Some of you, FYI, also wanting to connect, but I don't know why that got my attention. Just FYI. Seven of Swords, Nine of Swords, Knight of Swords. My goodness. The Hermit. The Page of Swords, the Ten of Wands. Okay. Healing something that's been very heavy in nature. It looks like not healing for that situation, but healing for you. What are you going to do with it? What are we going to do about it? What say ye, Gemini? What are we going to do? What are we going to do? What are we going to do? And you keep coming up with, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. You're like, I can't keep doing this. Gemini's like, I can't keep, it's too hard. This is too hard. Ten of Wands, we got to do something. You're like, don't look at me. Now, it wasn't, that's not a permanent state of existence. It's just, I think I'm seeing you at the height of anxieties. That's all. That doesn't mean you were like this a month ago or 2 months ago. You're kind of jumping me about where you've been now, and it's highly saturated now. Okay? But that Page of Swords is looking at that Hermit. Are you going to help us out here? Wisdom, experience, hello? You're supposed to have walked the path. What you got anything for us here? So your Hermit's a little delayed, and I can tell you why. It's just stress. You have the answers you need inside of you. It's hard to hear those answers. No matter how much you might have walked the path in this life, no matter how much experience you have, no matter how many times you've been through this, stress is stress is stress, especially when it's been weighing on you. The background noise on this one is so heavy. Okay. We're going to forget we've healed before. We're going to forget everything we've learned. We're going to forget our Hermit abilities. We're going to forget our Temperance abilities until something finally gives. And we allow the answers to come through. It's like, oh, this is the truth, and this has always been the truth. And I see that now. I know that. But yeah, no, you're at the height of saturation right now, my friend. But you got a Hermit in there waiting to come out and take over the whole thing. And so I see that. Four of Swords. The Knight of Wands, the Fool. That's a heck of a consolidated mind right there. You got your energies on board too. And they're ready to go upwards and outwards. You feel good about it. You feel good about taking a risk. You feel good about your plan and how you intend to move up and out. The High Priestess, the Magician, Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, there it is. It's been with you this whole time, eh? Yeah, it usually is. Ace of Pentacles, the Magician, the High Priestess. Intuitively, this is what I like with what you did. Very complicated over here. And your poor Hermit, he's fighting to get through all that. The obvious solution, the wisdom, the soothing, the experience to kick in. I get why. Here's your reminders. Huh? Okay. A little bit of rest for you. A little bit. Four Swords allowed you to go quiet, go within, and just heal yourself. And you're like, Gemini, what are we doing? We've been asking for this new beginning for a long time. What are we waiting for? Let's do this thing. Let's do this. What? What's with all this? What's with all the anxiety? What's with all the stress? I know it's been hard. But think about it. We've been wanting this new beginning forever. It's here. Let's do this. Let's go. Let's go towards this. We created it. So you did. The Magician, Ace of Pentacles. I've been creating this new opportunity. It's here. Like, we've been working on this. We've been aiming towards this. Let's allow ourselves to take it. I told you, you're showing me the classic representations of the world and its finest. Something here is closing out. And something here's trying to open up. The opening is what you've been manifesting. Allowing yourself to be in the position to take it is two different things, because that means you have to acknowledge something here is closing out, and it's hard. The stress of it, the stress of closing that door, the stress of closing out that cycle also means freedom, a new way of being, doing and operating for yourself that you have been wanting for a long time. So will you allow yourself to take it? And that's why I tell people all the time, you have to be conscious of your manifestation efforts, because by the time something comes through, and it does for you, you want to be in a position to take it and accept it. Open arms, no hesitation. And you opened up with a lot of hesitation because you're hyper aware of the door that's got it closed. So for a second there, you were tempted to lose sight of the door you were opening. But you got yourself, and you're getting yourself back on track, which is wonderful. Oh, gosh. You know, I can see that you've been through things like this before with the Hermit. Otherwise, he doesn't show up. It's just we can get hyper-fixated on the job that needs to be done. You know? And I think that's where you are in the opening. You got hyper-fixated on the job that needs to be done, that needs to be wrapped up. The stress of it, the responsibility of it, the heaviness of it. But then you're like, Gemini, what the fuck are we? This is our new beginning. This is what we've been asking for. You know what's here. Intuitively, you're kicking off. You're like, this is it. This is my time. My time right here. We'd be a fool not to take this. We've been asking for this. Close this shit out. Right? So let's take a look at that. Eight of Cups, the World, King of Pentacles is like, stop playing, Gemini. Get on board with you. But take it easy on yourself. A little bit of grace. We can anticipate something and plan for it and still be like, yeah. Thinking about something, fantasizing, and even planning about it, and then doing the thing are two different things. All right. Let's see that Eight of Cups, the World, King of Pentacles. Change isn't as easy as people think it is. New beginnings aren't as easy as people think it is. They often come at a cost. But it also says that cost is our willingness as people to show change. The more willing you are to show change, the more moments you're going to have like this. Okay? Eight of Cups, the World, Ace of Swords, Five of Wands, Queen of Cups. Okay, you are tired. You are absolutely exhausted, honey. And this is going to be a strong piece of information for you in future when you completely close this door, walk away from it. Ace of Cups. It will be a no regret type situation. I promise you. Up here we have the anxiety, the stress, and the stress and pressure. I love it when I combine words. It's so fun. P.S. I have a lisp, just in case you didn't know. Stutter. But yeah, no, like I said, the pressure's there. But in future, I promise you, when you completely walk from this, it will be a no regret situation. The truth is that you're thrilled to not have this fight in your heart anymore. You know, you can give that up peacefully for yourself. It's going to be one of those, oh God, that's done. It's done. That's going to be a no regret walk right there. No regrets. You'll be glad that you did. Don't have to have the fight in the heart anymore. And we don't have to pretend to fight for it anymore either. You know? And that's, for some of you, that was an important piece. And it's going to come in as the blessed relief that it is. But yeah, practically speaking, you're ready to move on. Upwards and outwards and all that other stuff and every other positive direction you can think of. It's right here. Like, we have been preparing for this, Gemini. Let's do this. I don't know where you're going in your new beginning, but it seems to show up as a very constructive concept, 3D. Home, work, career. It could be more than that, too, because you are personally so excited. What was that U2 song? Vertigo. You're going to play some Vertigo. It's just upwards and outwards. It's great. I'm in a space called Vertigo. Okay. The wealthy man, some of you, yeah, like I said, this is, again, showing me as that practicality. Even if you don't identify as wealthy, let's take that word out of it. You're showing me that sense of the need to establish yourself, priority, responsibility, a sense of resource, legacy, how well you were thought of, opportunity, all that good stuff. You're like, that's where you are. You really want to seize the day on this one. You do. Increase your coin, increase your hold, increase your stability, increase your name. I don't know. Your title. I don't care. I don't care. I just know it's for you. So let me tell you something. When you do a walk on this, no regrets, that's exactly what it means. Number 13. Anything else in here, please? Okay. Wishing well. So this is your wish come true. Like I said, you did summon it. Nice. Roher. This is your dream come true. Okay? Some of you used to believe in that power, the wishing well, when you were a kid. You used to, every time you saw a body of water, a pond, a fountain, oh, maybe even a well, you always went out of your way to toss a coin in it. Whatever you could have, whatever you had on hand, or whatever you could find on the ground, a penny. See a penny, pick it up all day long. You'll have good luck. Some of you really believed in that. Always looking down in the fountain in the coins. I know I did that when I was a kid. It's like, look at all those wishes. And you can't help but wonder how many of them came true. Or they came true, just not in ways you expected. That's often what manifestation is. But your coin's coming on through. Your Ace of Pentacles here. Yeah. Beautiful. Just weeks. Matter of weeks. Well done. We have the letters D, W, E. We have the Medallion of Cancer. Some of you might have some very strong Cancer in your chart. Can be connecting to. Their season might be important to you. Whatever it is you're closing the door on is a non-magical situation. Do keep that in mind. Unicorn is in reverse. Non-magical, not special. Okay, and that panic you're experiencing does not mean that it's your sign to stay. No, it's your challenge to continue on with your goals. Okay, not how well you can continue to choose the past. You've already done that. You know where it will take you. We have the owl here, that sense of wisdom, eyes wide open, observation, Believe in what you see and what you've learned and what you know to be true about yourself, okay? You're a good decision maker. And then we have the bicycle here. For some of you, it's just confirmation that you love to ride. You're particularly fond of your bicycle, or perhaps you just see an image of one and it's just confirmation. I don't know. I don't quite know, but it's cool. All right, Gemini honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Libra, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me, Libra. What's going on, please, for Libra? What's going on, please, for Libra? Okay, the Wheel of Fortune, Judgment, and the Four of Cups. Oh my, that's a lot. All right, Libra's like, tell me about it. The Star, the World, King of Wands. Okay. The Fool, Ten of Pentacles, Two of Cups. Time catches up with you, to be sure. Something's coming on through that's in recognition of a lesson. Okay. About unhappiness, and what does that mean? What did you learn from it? Because what you learn from it is going to largely determine how you handle it or deal with it. Because something's coming on through. And it's been time. It's been enough time, apparently. You're going to feel a certain way about it by the time it shows up. But again, what you do with it, well, is going to come back down once more to what you learned from it. It represents unhappiness as you last recognize it. The Star, the World, King of Wands. You're like, actually, I have a pretty confident response, Christina. It might be what I used to wish for. Not anymore. That's a no for you. I'm not telling you what to do. Tarot doesn't dictate action. You do. Tarot's the proof of choice, not the absence of it. You're making a clear choice. But the thing is that you're making that choice with a certain level of confidence that I appreciate. Okay? It's something that you say you used to desire, used to wish for. Why it comes on through? Well, it's probably something you used to wish for that was since then a lesson in satisfaction and happiness. Now that you're in a better place, do you still want this? Because this is what it used to mean to you. But also, P.S., you need to recognize how it used to make you feel. Okay? So do you still want it? For Libra, I'm looking at it, it says, no, actually, I'm doing pretty fucking great. And you are. The Fool, Ten of Pentacles, Two of Cups. You got a lot going on in this life. You're rocking something awesome. And you're saying the only thing I'm going to take a risk on these days is my foundation and some sort of love bond. Like that's what gets the best of me. That's what gets my attention. It's the stuff that works, not the stuff that don't. I think that's fair. Fair game, fair response. But to be clear, oodles have passed by the time this has arrived, which apparently it's arriving soon. Wheel of Fortune, a lot of reflection here, judgment. Like I said, something's coming back through that once upon a time made you phenomenally unhappy, but that doesn't mean you didn't put a lot of desire and attachment to it. So Spirit's like, it's here now. You still want it? Once more, Libra's response is, I don't think I ever needed it. You know? I wanted more from it because it made me unhappy. Not because it actually did make me happy. And that's the lesson. People will often assign situation, places, circumstances, and, like I said, persons, a role of love or the stars or the sun because they honestly believe they should be getting more from that situation and not the less that they're actually getting. And we're convinced that that will make us happy. That's what we really want. Then why the hell does it make you so sad? Wheel of Fortune, Judgment, 4 Cups. All right, whatever it is, I don't need it anymore, or it's not as important as I thought it was. 3 of Pentacles, 4 of Swords, the Chariot. It was some sort of friendship you had to move away from. And that part you understood a long time ago. That has already happened. Okay? That's already happened. That friendship is long in the rearview mirror. It's coming back through. And it's a friendship that disappointed you a great deal. One that you had to heal from, move on from. Heal from, move on from. Okay? And then also you had plenty of space then, since leaving this, to understand why it made you so unhappy and why you insisted on trying to connect to it and get more meaning from it. So they're saying you've had plenty of time to learn what you needed to learn from this friendship. And why you moved on from it. Why it made you so unhappy. You've had lots of time. Well, it's coming back around. Okay? Okay. Let's see the Star, the World, and the King of Wands. The Wheel of Fortune, there it is again. 9 of Swords and the Knight of Swords. Part of you was always kind of afraid this might happen. Again, lots of time to have moved on from this. Lots of time to have lived life since spacing yourself, deliberately spacing yourself between yourself and a friend. Yeah. We used to desire more from this friendship, this structure. We used to desire a lot, and you didn't understand why it made you so unhappy, but you just knew you wanted so much more from it. And it could not or would not give you more. It's here now. I don't see the offer from this person or whatever it represents as being any more richer or any more fulfilling to you, because it has since downgraded in your eyes exponentially. It has since been minimized in your eyes exponentially, which was the benefit of you leaving it behind. You understand the biggest source of unhappiness in the situation was wanting more from it to be a stronger circumstance, situation, a stronger friendship, or more than a friendship. You're saying that's where the ultimate disappointment came from, was wanting so much more from it. And you admit this is something that's crossed your mind, it's crossed your spirit. What if it came back around one day? What would I do? How would I take action towards it? You actually know. It's right here. You tell yourself, you know what, I'm actually not that fussed about it. It's here now. Yeah, it's provoking a little bit of stress, but honestly, I know what to do. I can close the door on this and feel good about it. I think you wanted this so hard just because you wanted more from it, and you're not the first person to go through something like that. You know? But yeah, I don't want you to think that the offer on this one's any richer than it was at all. It's just coming on through as, well, this has shown up. You really wanted it to. Remember that? You're like, yeah, I thought that might happen. You seem to be very prepared to close the door on it. The Fool, 10 of Pentacles, 2 of Cups. You're saying, and trust me, I'm not suffering. Whatever it is you actually have makes that 3 of Pentacles looks like a joke, in case that wasn't obvious to you. That 3 of Pentacles is nothing. You don't even remember why you fussed over it so much. Because over here I got you connected to 10 of Pentacles and some sort of 2 of Cups. Some sort of loving, supportive union over a very stable environment. And like, that's the only thing I take a risk on these days. That's what you call a safe risk or a calculated risk, and it's a good one. The Hermit, the Lovers, Four of Wands. You got something that makes this look like peanuts, baby. To be clear, sometimes I check in on comments when I have time. This is not going to be one of those situations. Every tarot reader says they're going to come back around. Libra, I'm looking at, you don't want them to. Once upon a time you did. You desired nothing more. And by the time they do, whatever this Three of Pentacles is, you realize it's peanuts. It's the seeds that you throw at hens so they can peck at it. There's a reason you can confidently close the door on this one. You give it minimal attention. It stresses you out for like 5 seconds, and then you're like, I know what to do. You have something for you that's so solid as hell in future, and actually probably now in present day. That's why you can dismiss this so easily, because you realize it was scraps to begin with. Why does that happen? Most likely investment theory, because you put so much of your hope into whatever this was, so much of your attention into whatever this was. You made that Three of Pentacles 3, 4, 5 times its size. Time passes. You showed me that twice. Wheel of Fortune, with Judgment, about why you left this behind, because it were nothing. You got your attachment up over very little. This happened. This is what it is to be human. This is a hard part of being human. Okay? We often attribute this idea of more to very little because we want more from it, but that doesn't mean we're right or we're correct. We have to learn to let it go. And that way we can open phenomenally doors that are right for us, that don't offer us scraps. And we don't have false hope and over-exaggerated attachments to very little. Because they're saying this is what I work with. I work with stability. I work with growth. I work with support. I work with harmonization. And guess what? I love my person. They love me. And we are crazy about each other. You have a whole way of life with somebody that, again, makes this look like a joke. So with all due respect, I'm sure you do hear plenty of readers saying they're coming back. Yeah. And when this one does, you don't want it. By the time it shows up, in fact, some of you are going to be like, I used to want what now? With all this sense of conviction and meaning, you're going to have that moment. I don't know if you're familiar with the concept character of Medea, as played by Tyler Perry. But there's a great lecture that started out as a performance, but great lecture about, baby, I can't even remember their middle name. It's like, that's what it's going to be like for you. I wanted what now? Yeah. Yeah, so with all due respect, this one is coming back around. And by the time it does, you're like, Three of Pentacles. It's like saying Cheetos versus a filet mignon with all the trimmings. You're like, no, you keep your Cheetos, baby. I never much cared for the yellow dust on my fingers anyway. With the Lovers, the Four of Wands, it's a relationship, guys. It's a full-on relationship. I would say commitment with the Ten of Pentacles, loving union, supportive union with the Four of Wands, structure plus Lovers. You have the partnership of a lifetime. Baby, you don't trade that in for nothing, nobody. You always keep classics. You don't trade them in. You don't trade them in for the latest model. This is a classic. You keep your classics. You understand me? You fucking keep that. Occupation, some of you work very, very hard, number 34, and that's in the space you're in. You're going to find yourself working hard, real hard one day, and then this comes on through. Libra, you still want that? Remember how strongly you put that order in with the universe 10 years ago? Well, guess what? Careful if some of you are in that space, that kind of interesting space of striking it rich or having sudden wealth. They come out of the woodwork in that case, don't they? You've been working hard, and then boom, you hit a stride or pocket of success, and it brings them all back. Careful. wealth tends to be very attractive. Even the Three of Pentacles, who just couldn't or wouldn't give you more. Remember when you couldn't or wouldn't give me more? Well, what goes around comes around. I don't know, something like that. Anyway, I don't actually see you humoring this that long. I don't. It's a mild fear. It's like, yeah, I thought that might happen one day. But other than that, I just see you leave it alone. Take action as you see fit. Remember the Pegasus here. So this is the Pegasus always. You have the wings to take flight. You get to move forward. Okay? You have the freedom to take action, to make the choices for yourself. Okay? You also don't have to act towards this at all. That's also a form of taking action. You get to decide what gets your time, energy, attention, and effort. We have, by the way, numbers 11 and 34. We have the letters C, R. We have the dolphin, very playful. Some of you are. Or you like to swim at a particular pace, or you try to be open to life and go with the flow. It's beautiful, actually. We have the fox. Some of you are terribly, terribly clever, quick-witted. So some of you move fast, and your minds move fast too, okay? But clever, cunning, quick-witted. We have the medallion of Gemini. Very intelligent, some of you are, and you also have a certain swiftness attached to you. You get things done. You get things done, and a sharp mind doesn't hurt. Some of you have some very interesting Gemini on your chart. Could be connecting to. I did see the lovers down here, but that's up to you. We have the snowflake, time of winter, transformation, also Scorpio energy, FYI. And then we have a butterfly in reverse. This is, I said so. I didn't see them bearing any more than when you last saw them. So that's a non-transformative situation, okay? All right, Libra, honey, I do hope this helped you. You just remember that everything versus that Three of Pentacles that shows up 10, 15 years later. I don't know, but it's a lot of freaking time. And apparently some of you have done well for yourselves, so remember this, okay? I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Taurus, welcome to your Sunday check-in. What's going on, please, for Taurus? What's going on for Taurus? What's going on for Taurus? Five of Pentacles, the Star, the Magician, Eight of Wands, the Lovers, Queen of Pentacles, okay, before you, Nine of Cups, the Page of Wands, and the Ace of Wands. Hell yeah. You look inspired, I dare say. Inspired, turned on, tuned into, I'm liking it. Five of Pentacles, opening straight away, the Star, the Magician. You're like, you know what, something here is important to me. It doesn't feel right. I want to fix it. Okay, there's some really strong, I would even say beautiful manifestation qualities attached to your star. So whatever this is, I know it's important to you. Five of Pentacles, honey, if there's anyone in the zodiac who can handle that, it's you. Okay? It's like Taurus. It really is within your skill sets, right? To determine if something's broken, can you fix it? That's it. You know? Can you fix it? Can you build into it? You have to know how much it means to you. All right, and then you can allow your kind of superpowers to take over, and that's what I'm seeing here for you today. You're like, you know what, that Five of Pentacles, whatever it represents, this is important to me. Okay, let's do this. So you are manifesting repairs for something that, in your estimation, is a little broken. We're going to fix it. Eight of Wands, Lovers, Queen of Pentacles. You're like, that's better. I like that. Because it does feel better. We've got some communication. I would say the word here is soon, right? Because we're looking at the next couple of days / weeks. So we have some communication here with a very strong connection, and it kind of brings out some of your stronger qualities here with the Queen of Pentacles in that sense of, this feels so much better. This is a better representation of me. I like what's happening here. I like what's building here, and it also feels comfortable to you. I like that. Out there in the future, Nine of Cups, Page of Wands, Ace of Wands, you're like, hell yes. You feel great. You look great. You are just grinning ear to ear. Now, I'm not saying anyone here is perfect, okay? It's just a strong sense of, I like this. I like what I'm feeling. Let's keep doing that, shall we? So I'll clarify. I'll see the humanness. I'll see the nonsense, as I like to say. But for the most part, I like how you opened with, something's not right. Okay, I got to figure out if it's important to me. Okay, it is. Let's fix it. Here we go. Communication, it is being reciprocated as far as I can see. Makes you feel good about you. And then further out, you're like, yeah, I'm excited. Let's do more of this, right? Because you really do feel like you are living in that sense of this is what feels right to me, self-interest, self-love. And you're like, I want to keep that going. This feels awesome, right? Five of Pentacles, the Star, Magician. Let's do it. Let's talk about it. What's going on? What's going on, please? Yeah. That reminds me. I'm not a big dreamer. Trust me, I'm not one of those people. Let me tell you about my dream. How about not? Why don't you put that in your dream journal? Do you know those people? Every day with the dreams. Every day with the dreams. Okay? I'm not one of them. I rarely remember my dreams, but when I do, they're quite vivid. They're quite bright. So, just in reference to you, I know I had this dream where I was in a building, somewhere like between an old opera house and an industrial business complex, and the decor was just bull. It was bull everywhere, bull. Okay? Bull paintings, bronze bull, everything. Just bull everywhere. And my dream self was like, I think I would have gone in another direction. Like, just being so judgmental in my own dream. It's like, I would have gone with a different direction. Okay? Don't get me wrong. The bull's nice, but it's a lot. It's a lot of bull. Anyway, just FYI. Taurus season might be really powerful this year. Five of Pentacles, the Star, the Magician. But my dream self is like, I think it might be a bit much. All right. The Chariot, the Star, Six of Pentacles. Baby, you got this. I see stuff like this for you all the time. I either got you swinging really hard in one direction. It's over. It's been over. And I'm dealing with it as best I can. Or I can make this work. And I want to. It would be good for me. I got this. And you do. Not once but twice. You showed me the star twice. This is a rising star for you. The Chariot, you want to move forward into your vision of bare minimum. Your expectations here are quite manageable. Balance. So here we have the sense of brokenness, 5. You're like, if I can just get this in a working 6, I'd be happy. I'd feel good. So that's a lot of spiritual kind of high-functioning energy over a very simple construct. That's how I know you got this, okay? I told you this is what Taurus does. When you sense or feel something's broken, you have to determine, go within, and understand if this is something worth your time, energy, and effort. Because when you're in, you tend to go all in, and that's what you're showing me. But what I like, though, is that you have reasonable expectations for balance. You know, Six of Pentacles. Work with me, I work with you. I just know it's important to you. Showed me that not once but twice. And then P.S. Please be aware for the Taurus I'm looking at, this is open manifestation. In other words, there's no room to hide. We really have to acknowledge this, claim it, and then you will get results. Okay? You will get results. But that's really good, really phenomenal. It's very embracing of the situation and what you reasonably hope to expect from it. Very good. I like that you've identified how this is important to you, and that you understand in some way the working mechanics of it enough to have, like I said, a reasonable expectation of output. Again, simplicity here being just balance. Okay? Something I can give and receive from and feel good about. Repairs, but good repairs. Operating repairs. And so we jump over here. Eight of Wands, the Lovers, Queen of Pentacles, like, oh, Taurus, I didn't know it was like that. And you're like, I did. Eight of Wands, the Lovers, Queen of Pentacles. You know, what's going on? Like I say, earth signs can put a lot of feeling, thought, and work into what looks like, essentially, is very personal matters. But on the surface, you'll make it look like it's just an everyday thing. And it's the power of the Pentacle. Eight of Wands, the Lovers, Queen of Pentacles. the Sun, the Page of Cups, the Eight of Pentacles. See, I told you, look, you will show me pentacle constructs over stuff that's very intimate and very personal to you, because something's either workable or it's not, right? Something's either productive in nature or it's not. You know, you can either build into this thing and feel comfortable or not. And that's you. That's you 1,000 times over. You're like, I like where this is going. This feels good. I like this. Yay. See, you're legitimately happy. You are looking deeply satisfied because you're getting results. As we build into this via communication, you're like, you were hoping for a modest 6, but it would mean a lot to you. It goes into an 8. Yay! So I know it's being returned to you, and that's it. Whatever it is that you're doing in terms of communication with that strong connection that's making you feel good and safe and secure, okay? Comfortable too. It is simultaneously opening up your Sun, making you feel warm, deepening that sense of security as you two continue to build into what looks like very strong communication that eventually gets pulled into 3D activity. It's becoming more solid then. It's beautiful. It's lovely. Okay, it's very Taurus. It's very you. I love this. This is great. And like I said, it's only being returned to you. It is being returned to you because that's why you're feeling the Sun, and that's why you feel like this is growing, because it is. So that's lovely. Oh, beautiful. Well done. Well done. 9 of Cups, Page of Wands, Ace of Wands. Yeah, we're all fired up. Yeah, you all fired up. Look at you right there on the split. Listen to yourself. Okay. 9 of Cups, Page of Wands, Ace of Wands. You wanted this to work? You got it. You did a great job. Now, to be clear with the Eight of Wands, with the Lovers next to it, like so, that automatically kind of implies dual, excuse me. Already, with the lisping. That has the implication of dual communication. So who technically kicks it off, I don't know. But seeing as how you were rising into repairs, you know, I'm going to go ahead and default to you because it's your reading. But again, as it resonates, I honestly don't know. I just know that the exchange is fair and it's on point. All right? Okay. 9 of Cups, Page of Wands, Ace of Wands. The Hanged Man, 3 of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. It's kind of like you're not waiting. It's in that sense of, I want to stay right here where it feels good and give this some space, okay? Let it stretch out a little bit and see how things go. So there's a sense of non-rush, okay? You feel great. Your energy is quite high. It's very vibrant, but also in that sense of, let's take our time, please. I really want to enjoy this. I really want to see where it goes. The Hanged Man, 3 of Wands, and the Wheel of Fortune. So there is a sense here, if we're careful with this, take our time with it, don't rush it, we will get to enjoy the benefits of this further out and continue to feel good and build into it. I mean, you really want to, how else can I put this? Experience the flames. Take your time with the flames. And then also kind of, quench your personal thirst here with the 9 of Cups. Feel really good and stay in that effect and allow it to saturate and marinate for a while. I don't blame you. In other words, you're not in a rush to leave that energy. It just feels so darn good. And like I said, it's also like, I don't want to rush it. I don't want to take it for granted. I want to see how this continues to play out in the future. Do I still feel this good later on? Because you anticipate to. But you want to see it too. So yeah, I mean, that's a lot of beautiful high energy that you have every intent of stabilizing or stretching further out from you. Okay, so lovely. We'll take that. That ain't bad. Good job, Taurus. I love it. I absolutely love it. I also think it's time for another coffee, because that's where we are right now. That's me, but no, I'm very happy for you, honey. I'm very excited. This is lovely. It's nice. It's lovely. It's a really good representation of the Taurian prose here today. You know, my only concern is when I see something being pulled in like this, you know me, the first thing I'm going to say is just make sure it's being returned to you. It is. Okay? That is such a beautiful, equal division of interest and communication and building into it from a very strong connection. Fish, very prosperous, very resourceful. Oh, yes. You know, I can tell that you're quite industrious, and whoever you're connecting to, similar. Okay? You might have or share similar resources, plenty of fish in the sea, plenty of fish in the sea, but again, I'm getting that feeling of resourcefulness between you two as a common or shared element. Number 34. Yes, of course, water energy, a little bit of luck here. Touch of luck. A little bit of luck, 4-leaf clover. Wandering the maze, 43. Wondering if there'll be, ever be an opportune time. Okay. Will there ever be luck on your path? There is that sense of wandering the maze, what to do, what to do, what to do, and simply put, you figure it out. You know? No more being dazed and confused. You find the center of the maze. You make that maze work for you. Okay? Very good. Once more, the numbers are 43, 2, and 34. Oh, how funny. Reflection numbers. Mirroring for some of you. 43, 34. Okay. If you believe in that kind of thing. Yeah, and I mean, no. It seems that you have quite a bit in common with your strong connection here. Okay? You two sync up pretty darn well. I can see that there's been some disjointedness, but you're not focusing on the past. You're focusing on forward momentum, which is beautiful. If you believe. Lovely. So many. Okay. We have J, M as in mother, L, P, D, V. Yeah, I know. You two are incredibly balanced. We have the yin and yang here. You complement each other. Okay. That's lovely, actually. There is that sense of balance here. I saw it shared. I'll tell you what, when you two line up, you line up really well. Communication in sync, the way you two start building into this pretty efficiently, it's synced up. They know how to return it to you quite well, which is good, okay? Equality here in that sense of what you two can give to each other and mean it. That's beautiful. And then there's your medallion. You might be double, triple Taurus. The keyword here is the incentivizer. I bet. Could be connecting to fellow Taurus. And then also, of course, your season right around the corner. We'll be in it before you know it, honey. That's where a lot of this might be taking place. Okay. Taurus, honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Good luck. Be well. Virgo, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Oh, dear. I tell you, as the day wears on, I'm feeling that pollen. What's going on, please? Show me Virgo. What's going on for Virgo? What's going on? 7 of Pentacles, King of Swords, and the Chariot. Yeah. Ace of Wands, King of Cups, and the Queen of Pentacles. Ace of Cups, 6 of Wands, and Ace of Swords. All right, I like what you're doing here. Your opening suggests straight away pathway stuff, and you're like, I got this. That's in motion. It's good. I got it. It's under control. You're like, I am very familiar with my 7 of Pentacles. It's in a good direction. It's shaping up. You're saying it's growing. Some of you might be even experiencing a growth spurt at work. But you're like, I'm on it. I'm all over it. It's planned. It's been planned. I'm good. Okay? All right. A little past that. Ace of Wands, King of Cups, Queen of Pentacles. You're like, now this is more fun. So I like it. You're showing me control. I got this. 7 of Pentacles. You know. Some of you are beefing up the pathway work these days, increase in income, work activity, and you're like, it's good, it's planned. And over here, you're like, that's nice. Yeah, Ace of Wands, King of Cups, Queen of Cups, and then also, of course, I see Queen of Pentacles. I'm sorry, guys. I'm at that, like I said, the stutter started kicking in around Taurus, and here we go. Just a FYI, I do have one. It comes up. So there you go. It just kind of depends on how tired I am and how bad my allergies are, that kind of thing. Anyway, This is soft, it's exciting, it's fun, it's nice. You also have the Ace of Cups down there, so you got a couple aces here. Something's happening. We'll take that. Yeah, Ace of Cups, Six of Wands, and the Ace of Swords. Feeling a little triumphant in love? Well, I don't blame you. Let's talk about it. I want you to have some fun, Virgo honey, please. Now, this isn't the kind of light sort of fun, fun I would typically see with, like, say, the Page or the Knight, but still, it looks, you know, invigorating. It looks mature. It looks ready. I'm just saying, I hope you enjoy it. You deserve it. Seven of Pentacles, King of Swords, Chariot. But first, business is business. Four of Wands, Nine of Swords, and the Knight of Cups. Okay. I've been focusing on that. You're saying that what's been on your mind for a while now is some sort of emotional relationship, and you've been anxious about it. We haven't done anything with it. You haven't approached it, but it's been on your mind and in your spirit for a hot minute. And I think for many of you that was coming from a place of, is my pathway good? Is it secure? Are things in motion? So there was a stronger sense here that your work had to come first, but there's been some sort of relationship that's been on your mind once more. In that frame of mind of wanting to express yourself towards it, it's been there kind of stirring and bubbling in the background, but you weren't able to execute it or act on it. And that's because, you know, Seven of Pentacles was kind of commanding your upfront attentions and energies and best intentions, that kind of thing. And I understand. Yeah, work is like that. But no, it's been with you. You know what came to mind was that song, You Were Always on My Mind. Well, yeah, you were always on my mind. So there's something here again. There's that vulnerability, softness, expression, and we weren't able to get to whatever this Four of Wands is, as you perceive it. You know, some sense, an idea here of a relationship that you could open up towards. Okay, we weren't able to. Nine of Swords. I can see why. You've been busy. Some of you, Three of Wands was underlying. We had to wait for a better time. Okay, especially if you're in that space, that tricky space where the pathway is demanding a lot of attention and you expect the workload to increase, or it's like I said, it's just commanding more of your attention. Okay, let's jump on down here. But what's interesting is that you wanted to make that point. It's been with me for a minute. I've been thinking about it. Trust me, I'd rather, you know, be expressing my special feelings with somebody. It's like, but I've been thinking about it, you know. You have been, to your credit. So this Ace of Wands, King of Cups, and Queen of Pentacles then. It's not random at all. You've been wanting to do other things. I see that. But as I said, sometimes business must be business. All right. Got some strong personality in here. Yeah, Seven of Pentacles, Five of Cups, Three of Cups. Okay. Yeah, in a way, you're kind of expressing some sort of regret in that sense of, I could have been connecting with this sooner. It's almost coming in as an apology. I'm not saying that you owe the situation an apology. It's coming in as an apology. I wish I had connected with this sooner. It's regretful. It's remorseful. I've been meaning to. I've been wanting to. I've been wanting to put good energy into this, but that Seven of Pentacles was really demanding a lot of your attention. That's here twice. So I can see where that has definitely pulled you. Because this, look, even when you were working adamantly in these past several weeks, let's call it months, on that Seven of Pentacles, whatever this was still very much with you. Like all the time. Day and night, you were thinking about it. And now that you're showing up for it, you're like, I'm sorry, that Seven of Pentacles got a little crazy. My pathway got a little crazy. I had meant to talk to you sooner. I don't know what it is. But you seem to know this person well, and there are some regrets around that Seven of Pentacles and how time-consuming it's been. But it's also allowed you to have the time you needed to gather and build your energies towards this, because when you show up to it, you show up very sincerely. And hopefully that's what's shining through, okay? Because you are legitimately excited by this connection. You really want to put good energy into it, and you want to connect to it positively. But you must admit something here about time kind of got away from you. But I keep coming back to that shadow of a thought. You were always on my mind. You were always on my mind. Yeah, but there's a kind of remorse here. It's like time got away from me, or work. I got too immersed. I lost myself in it. But I've been wanting to connect with you forever and a day. Whatever this is seems to understand you in some way. If I have time, I might go back and dig on that a little further. Let's keep moving. Ace of Cups, Six of Wands, Ace of Swords, feeling a little triumphant, like we said. What's going on? You were always on my mind. Justice, Knights of Pentacles, the Hermit. There you are. You showing up. Yeah. Yeah. All I can tell you is that this doesn't need too much space or time to thrive before it starts to feel more balanced than anything else, which is good. There's an appreciation here on your part, literally you. An appreciation on your part about, you know what? It's a good thing. Being slow to arrive, it was a good thing. That non-rushed element is kind of crucial to have balanced this thing out. There's something here that it feels more correct to balance soon, as opposed to, say, I don't know, months ago. It was a good thing. That speed, that slowness. Apparently it was the kind of buffer you both needed. And I'm not sure why. But that's the way it worked out. You know? And you're showing me the stress of, I want to connect to this, I want to connect to this, but this pathway, this work, whatever it is commanding a lot of my attention right now, but you were always on my mind. And that was one of your biggest indicators that you authentically wanted to reconnect to this. That's a very clear point. You wanting to reconnect to this was quite authentic. The fact that it was always on your mind and in your spirit told you so. That buffer was needed, because it's not coming across as impulsive or fast at all. Not at all. It shows you how much you wanted to do this, balance it. But you're more lined up to this in the future than you ever were perhaps in the past. And that sense of your heart's wide open. Your truth is wide open. And your Ace of Wands is lit. And you can't deny you got good results, because you are feeling very triumphant, honey. Very triumphant. It's justified. Everything makes sense, including the time. Including the time away, or how long it took to build back into this, because that's here. So it's beautiful. I don't dispute the results. You know, you get back what you put in. And you're in a position to put good work into this. But it wouldn't have been the case had you insisted on connecting to this any sooner. Okay. There's something about the warm-up that you needed, understanding that this was always on your mind, that will lead you or propel you to building back into this. Okay? Yeah, there you go. To be clear, you have every intention of making good on this feeling. Once that's set in motion, it doesn't stop. This is the exact opposite of impulsive. There's nothing about this that was impulsive. But you needed the space to understand that you wanted to connect to it, or really build into it, or give it your full attention once the Seven of Pentacles has kind of calmed down or done its thing. But when it's time to take off to this, you do. With as much intensity as you show your pathway work. It's quite lovely. Now, I don't know why you two have what looks like a stretched out misfire. All I can tell you is that trying to connect to it any sooner would not have allowed you to understand that you wanted to be there so badly. Okay? I thought it was right for you. 12. The owls. Wisdom. You're smart. You're intelligent. Right? Observation. The privileged lady. Some of you identify as the privileged lady or the empress. Okay? Or this is the one whom we wish to connect to. Someone who carries a lot of weight, a sense of empowerment, generosity, in the positive position. Someone who's very attractive, available, a catch. Harshness. Harshness, a lot of harshness there. Expectations, timing, speed. I don't see it coming from them. I don't. I feel like the harshness has been within you. Driving yourself very hard for some of you on that pathway, improving it, making it stronger, more secure. Yeah, it was a sense of responsibility that tied you down. Dedication. You weren't happy with it. In fact, some of you were rather bored. But you drove yourself for positive results. It's what it's expected of you. It's what you expect from yourself. So that's quite a harsh opening. But you did well, and you've done well. But they were always on your mind. Number 30, 11, 12. Oh, twice. 12, 12. Very good. All right. Be assertive. Oh, and how? Huh. I like it, though, when it's time for you to be vulnerable and soft, and you are. But it's not like over the top. There's still that Seven of Pentacles. It's like, I'm sorry, if it weren't for this pathway, I would have done X, Y, Z. I would have gotten back. But no, it's the time you needed, the situation needed. All I can tell you is an appropriate buffer zone between you demanding results from yourself and allowing yourself to be able to open towards this. Yes, no. It seems that no matter what you do, you show a sense of forwardness, which is good. Which means you have direction and focus. Oh, but I do like that touch of victory there towards the end. I conquered a heart space. You conquered theirs. They conquered yours. Either way, I suppose it just feels really darn good. Yeah, the earth signs. All right. Letters H, J, and then we have the medallion of Taurus. Okay. You might have some very strong Taurus in your chart. Could be connecting to with the upcoming season. That would make sense. Okay. And then we have Cupid's arrow. Yeah, you know, Cupid's arrow. Being struck in love. I can see that. And then a touch of Sagittarius as well, in terms of being prevalent in your birth chart in some way. Or it could be connecting to Sag. But I'm largely seeing this as Cupid's arrow being striking home. And then we have the four-leaf clover, touch of luck. Yeah, you aren't the only one. Taurus did as well. It was a different luck reference, but same concept. A little bit of luck on your side. All right, Virgo honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Capricorn, welcome to your Sunday check-in. What's going on, please, for Capricorn? Show me Capricorn, please. Eight of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, the Page of Swords. Interesting. Knights of Pentacles, Page of Wands, and the Ace of Wands. Cool. All right. Before you, Four of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, and Death. Yeah. You know, it's interesting. It starts out with such a small idea. Eight of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune, Page of Swords. Kind of like you're saying in present day. You know, I've been doing what I've been doing for a long time. And that's just kind of catching up to you, but in a very small way. Page of Swords. It's like, I've been doing this Eight of Pentacles thing for a long time without fault or fail. Yeah, I build into it. It's provided me some sense of stability and income. But I've been doing this for a long time without much thought. Page of Swords. Really? Has it been 5 years? Has it been 10 years? And it's such a small thought. And you think, you know, okay, it's just a reflection. But it's come, for some of you, perhaps, we're in your anniversary mode for whatever your work anniversary is here. And it just kind of crossed your mind. I've been doing this X many years or something like that. But it's in such a small thought. And you think it's not going to take you anywhere. But yeah, let's keep going. Knight of Pentacles, Page of Wands, Eight of Wands. There it is. It's like, I see you carefully approaching something. Opening up to this idea of communication, particularly in regards to your pathway, which has been steady. Some of you are conveying new ideas, but in a slow, steady way. You seem to be excited. You like what you're talking about. You like what you're saying. But again, steady. It's not fast at all. Four of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, Death. Woo! Well, that accelerated fast. It's making me chuckle because you're like, I feel good about it. And so long as you feel good about it, that's fine. The thing is Four of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, Death. There is something here that relates to 3D that you've been doing, practicing, or holding on to for a long time. And you can honestly look at it and reflect on it in that space of, I don't feel good about this anymore. I don't want to keep doing this. Let's not keep doing this. You're willingly letting something go that used to meet the criteria of passion, excitement, interest, intrigue, turned you on in the morning. It hasn't turned you on in a long time. And by that I mean the trailblazing energy, the King, Queen of Wands. Like, this is mine. I get to put my own particular flair into this, my own particular sense of goals or ambitions you put into it. And you're like, I don't want to put those positive qualities into whatever that is anymore. It's like, it doesn't suit me anymore. Maybe I'm going to take my time and explore new paths. And that's where I see that line of conversation coming from. It's kind of like, what's my next journey? But then you're like, at the end, it's like, oh, I'm gonna go ahead and call that quits. It's boring. I don't like it. I'm not into it anymore. That's it. That's all there is to say. It is so perfunctory. It's very Capricorn. It's very, well, that's decided. And, you know, now I know that there's a whole process behind this, but I like how the simplicity of it, can you see the humor? It's like it started out with such a small thought. You know, I've been doing this a long time. And apparently that kicked off a whole train of thought. Okay. What's going on? Let's take a look. Eight of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, Page of Swords. You almost dismissed that thought too. It's like, that'll mean nothing. You didn't dismiss it. You could have done. The thought was so small. Strength, King of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles. Man, you made this thing work for years. You made it work for years, and that's what you do, Cappy, honey. I mean, you made it work for years and years and years. You added on to it. You were cooperative. You've had partners. You've had colleagues. You've had this sense of, you know, all for one for all. You always kind of brought your A game over the years to whatever this is, and you showed up and you practiced it over and over again, and you didn't question it. Why? Because it provided. It allowed you to provide then. Sense of responsibility, a sense of cooperation, a sense of, like I said, household energy, providership, self-worth. This is what I'm good at. Let's keep a good thing going. And that was more or less the energy. We assumed that for years, years and years. Okay? I like the people, I like the environment. We get along okay. We all have the same goal. I said it's such a small thought that's occurred to you how much time has passed doing this. It was very constructive. Like I said, you always brought your A game to this, and it provided well. And that's lovely. That's good. But yeah, look at that. Coin, strength. And it's like, sometimes it took a lot of strength of my particular will, but we got the work done. All right. Knights of Pentacles, Page of Wands, Ace of Wands. What's up? Now we're talking. We're kind of sensing a change in the winds, a shift in the winds. Mind you, not very fast, but you're open to the ideas. The Knight of Pentacles isn't just associated with speed. He's the only knight associated with a blueprint. Careful, steady planning. Therefore, approach. Yeah, I told you. Hanged Man, Six of Cups, and the Five of Cups. You're taking into consideration of not just one person, but several folks. You're thinking about that. It's from the point of view of pause. If I open up and I think about making change, I understand I can disappoint others. I understand it may not be what others want, and you're thinking about that as well with the Hanged Man. Okay? You're saying your relationships and whatever it is you do are of importance to you, and you are in a space of gathering opinion about new direction. And some of those folks are supporting, others are kind of discouraging. You're kind of getting a mixed result in there, and you're just kind of gaining all the perspective, and that's the whole point of the Hanged Man. It's not just our own perception that could use a little work. We also ideally seek those of others, but ultimately you're going to have say at the end of the day about what happens here, clearly. And like I said, you're getting mixed results here from people you've known a long time. Capricorn, this is brilliant. We like what you're doing. We're happy for you in this new sense of direction. You're talking about it. You're excited. And this could be a good fit for you. And others are like, what are you doing? What are you talking about? You've been doing this for years. Why would you change it up now? So everybody's voices mean well. Otherwise, you wouldn't be getting their opinion. Okay, but again, at the end of the day, you're going to call the shots here. Okay? And you're talking to people whom you've known a long time. 2 past cards, so you're only getting opinion from those people you've known a long time. In other words, you trust. Okay, but yeah, some of them are going to have you think about, Capricorn, have you considered the consequences? That's normal. It's normal. Okay? But like I said, you get to call the shots. It's your decision. I like how you're excited, but I like how you're not being an island. You are opening up on the subject, so good for you. But like I said, you're going to call the shots, though. Four of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, and Death. And there's something to that, isn't there? I can see where you've done a good job. You always showed up. Always, on time. But there's something to be said about clocking in and clocking out versus I'm authentically in this. Or not. I am really excited by this. Or not. And perhaps once upon a time, whatever this was afforded that energy. But it hasn't in a long time. And that's what I think like I said, you were so close to dismissing that Page of Swords, but you didn't. Something about that element caught your attention. Am I psyched up for this anymore? How am I using strength? Pulling this towards me, or am I showing up because there's times when I really want to push it away? There's something to that. All right, Four of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, Death. Two of Wands, Ace of Cups, the Knights of Pentacles. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you've made that decision, and it's coming from a place of consulting actually your heart space. It's so interesting. You kind of convened with those people who are close in your life, which is beautiful, but you also consulted with your feeling on this. And you're saying, you know what? I think my heart's making the call on this one. Oh, quite the twist. For some reason, Capricorn wasn't expecting that. You were actually making a decision from the heart. You're like, I don't want to participate in this anymore. I don't want to build into it anymore. And I don't want it to be my only source of security or expertise, something like that anymore. And like, this is coming from the heart. So again, Knights of Pentacles here twice. You're not rushing this. But I tell you what, once that's closed out, you stop giving to it. That's interesting. In the end, your decision rested in your heart and how you felt about it. You know? And when you kind of quit this, whatever it is, you are honestly glad that you did. Isn't that nice? Not based on results, not based on income, profits, bottom line, security principles. You're like, I just feel like that's what's right for me. I don't expect you to understand. Some of you have a lot of water in your chart. Because what I saw it right over here. What do you think? And what do you think? And what do you think? And like I said, you got mixed results. So, and I even said to you distinctly, it's going to come down to you. And what you think, and also what you feel. You're saying your heart feels good about quitting this, letting it go. You don't need it. Security was built. Can't say it wasn't. But it hasn't left you with much feeling. I don't know where your next path is, honey, but it seems that whatever it will next be about, it will definitely involve a sense of feeling or creativity or excitement. Just not clocking in and clocking out, you know? I'm glad you're parting ways with this. Once more, tarot doesn't dictate action, you do. Tarot's proof choice, not the absence of it. This is either speaking to you straight away because it concerns itself with income, and you've either had that reflection or you haven't, right? So no, I'm not speaking for you. You ultimately get to choose what your path is at the end of the day. But for the Capricorn I'm looking at, yeah, there it is. Yeah, that's the card for coffin. Let's just call it coffin. Yeah, death, there it is. Yeah. Yeah. You know, think this chapter for what it was. But you definitely want to head in a different direction. You want change. Some of you want change. You want to change of scene, change of pace, just change, job change, work environment. Particularly your sense of prospects and moving forward. Something, just change. You just want change. You're in that space. And some of you are practiced enough, secure enough, or profitable enough that you can take your time with this. You're not immediately having to jump into the next thing. Some of you have a little bit more time on your side. There doesn't seem to be that stress in you. It's like, this is change on my time, on my dime, and I'm going to enjoy this. Hell yeah. I like that. Good attitude. Very good attitude. Okay. And then I saw the concerns here as you listened to everybody's opinions. Some of you, FYI, might be going into retirement, in which case, congratulations, and you want to know if it's time. Again, that's going to be a personal decision, but yes, you're probably going to consult with others. This one turned face down, some of you 17. Okay, gift for some of you, a parting gift, celebratory gift, anniversary gift for some of you, but FYI. Yeah, but no, it's a concern. You listen to everybody. People made some valid points in your life. You listen to you. 33, 9, and 8. But yeah, I mean, for those of you within the next few months, that was already kind of right side up. I was kind of wondering too when that would be finalized, because once more it looks like a non-pressure decision. But yeah, for some of you within the next few months, kind of like it's time for change. Yeah. You know that feeling? It's such a distinct feeling. It's time to let it go. Beautiful. Well done. Well done. Whatever this is, you've done your time with it. You gave your service to it. It got the best of your energies for a long time. We have the letters N, K, G. We have the infinity loop. You've given a lot of yourself to this, and it's given a lot back to you. That's true. You made that very clear in your opening, even if it was an exercise in strength sometimes, some days. weeks, months. But still, it did its job. You did your job. It's complete. All right, and then we have the medallion of Virgo. Keyword here being practical honor. I see that on your opening. You've lived a very practical life. What is best? Building into it, good, steady investments, and you've done that. You've made your practical decisions. I know exactly where you've been. I've made my practical decisions. It's time to start doing stuff I want to do. You know? Anyway, Cappy, honey, I hope this helped you. Congratulations. I'm authentically excited for you. And if you are entering partial, if not full on retirement, congratulations once more. And for those of you, you get to make changes on your terms. Enjoy that next chapter. Shape it up the way you see fit, you know? Anyway, put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Scorpio, welcome to your Sunday check-in. You know, whatever it is I'm hearing in the background is like Our Lady Perpetual Lawn Care amplified. I think that's a full-on chipper. I am convinced of it. Anyway, I waited as long as I could, and at some point you just got to get on with it, so please excuse the background noise. It is what it is, what it is. We must carry on, yes? What's going on, please? I got to get on with things, you got to get on with things, and well, they're doing what they're doing. What's going on, please? Show me. Scorpio, what's going on? Okay, well, hopefully they're done. Hopefully. What's up? The Moon, Ace of Wands, and the Queen of Wands. King of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, and the King of Swords. Interesting. The Lovers, Knight of Cups, Seven of Pentacles. So, you know, yeah. Straight away you're like, shh, it's a secret. Nobody can know. The Moon, Eight of Wands, Queen of Wands. I have no problem with secrets. You've heard me say it before, or at least, you know, if you're familiar with the channel, I'm sure you've heard me say it at some point. So long as you're not keeping secrets from yourself. Okay? So long as you understand what you're keeping on the inside, that means it's some way you can work through it when you need to. All right? But if you don't acknowledge it, you'll always have some sort of internal conflict between what you're telling yourself and what you're actually feeling on the inside. And those can be really long, drawn-out conflicts. Okay, they can be overly complicated. And why? Simply because we won't acknowledge what's going on. So like I said, if you're going to have secrets, just be aware of them. So I don't know if you're aware of the secret. We'll clarify. Maybe you'll show me. Maybe you won't. But Eight of Wands, Queen of Wands. The Scorpio I'm looking at on the inside. It would please you greatly to receive some sort of communication, but you're not saying that. It would please you greatly. Okay? But you're like, I can't say that. I can't say that. Just as long as you are acknowledging it between yourself, okay? And ask yourself, what are you hoping for in this communication? What do you expect to see in it? What would be the feeling there? What are you hoping would be conveyed? That kind of thing. So just acknowledge it. King of Wands, okay. You got a frequency principle with somebody. King of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, and the King of Swords. Well, someone here is showing me the determination to work. Age of Pentacles. The mind is focused on it. The energy is focused on it. Okay. So I got two people here sharing a frequency. One that you were kind of secretly hoping to talk to, and it would feel good about. And something here not so secretly would like to put some good work into whatever this is. And I say that because you're showing me something that's kind of private. They're like, this is kind of practical and can be worked through. And between the two of you, we're lovers. Oh. Okay. It's like that, huh? And sometimes it is. The Lovers, Knight of Cups, Seven of Pentacles. So it's actually a mixture of emotional needs, wants, and desires, and practical effort. So it's actually a little bit of both. And it's making me chuckle because it's like, actually, your two energies, when combined, are emotional in nature as well as practically feasible. there is something here to be said for growth at the emotional level and then in the 3D world. So why did you open up with, but I want to talk to them, but I have to keep it to them. I'm a shy, what are you, shy Scorpio? He's like, they can't know how much I want to talk to them. That would be embarrassing and give all my secrets away. I can't have that. Shut up. Okay? Yeah, well, you know, let's talk about it. You know, it's the only way to work through it. Let's talk about it. The Moon, Eight of Wands, and the Queen of Wands. Let's shuffle that up one more time. Oh, finally, that Claritin's kicking in. I'll tell you what, it was something. Somewhere between Taurus and Virgo, the pollen started wearing on me. I had a pop of Claritin, drink some water, let some time pass, and finally it's like, oh, here we go. That's better. The Moon, Ace of Wands, Queen of Wands, what's up? Knight of Swords, the Hierophant, the Six of Wands. Whatever your kind of secret feeling is, it is coming through. The Knight of Swords, the Hierophant, Six of Wands. It doesn't feel just good to you. It all feels good to someone else too. But it does come forward as, hey, you know, Knight of Swords, they got something to say. And it's coming from a space of the Hierophant, so I know that they stand behind their word, okay, and their action. And the Six of Wands is behind that, so there's a sense of triumph here. So whatever your kind of secret feeling is coming through in a way. I don't know exactly what it is you're expecting to hear, but it's kind of like, I was hoping for this. And somebody else's energy is meeting in that space of, well, I feel good about it too. So between the two of you, there is a sense of each other feeling a little triumphant. I don't know how else to put that. But whatever your secret feeling was, secret expectation of hope for communication, it does come on through. And turns out whoever is coming forward, they're glad they did it. You know, they're feeling a little triumphant in their own way. I don't know if it's because you're responding or if it's because they themselves are just showing some level of confidence, but manageable confidence with the Hierophant. So I don't know. But whatever it is that you were hoping and expecting for, it's coming on through. All right, let's talk about it. King of Wands, the Eight of Pentacles, and the King of Swords. That's a lot of focus, a lot of determination, ambition, drive. But you two share that frequency already. I see that. All right, what's up? King of Wands, Eight of Pentacles, King of Swords. What's up? Six of Cups, Eight of Pentacles for the Eight of Pentacles, the Hanged Man. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, your two energies really know how to work together, and it's based on history, though, with the Six of Cups. I can tell that you two are bonded. And between the two of you, you're actually quite productive. I'm guessing you two have heard you make a hell of a team. Produce, and there's a strong sense of reflection about the other person and what they're able to bring to the table. I've seen things like this for you before. But it's nice that two people recognize the quality of work literally in each other, and then it's also being tied to simultaneously history. So you two know each other well, very. And you have your own kind of unique bond. One that is largely appreciative of skill, like I said, producing, stability, providing, something like that. But the both of you have given this some really good thought about how your two your energies work best together, literally. There's a lot of thought in here. There's a lot of history to work with, and it's showing up in present day as a present day proposal of structure and your two's connection. Common core principles. They're excited by this, so are you. Okay. That's great. That's lovely. You two have built up quite the history together. I mean, you're both quite solid figures. It's just... What was with the secrecy, though? Like, I was really hoping that they would say something. You know, I don't know. But I can only see what's here, not what isn't, so. I guess if you had a secret, they called you out on it, but in their own way. It was very respectful, I suppose. It's like, hey, I don't know if you were expecting me. No, not at all. Not at all. The Lovers, Knights of Cups, Seven of Pentacles. What? What's up? What's up? The Lovers, Knights of Cups, Seven of Pentacles. The history's here. But so far we're not dwelling on anything negative. It's more like, how do we jump into this and make it work? Okay. The Chariot, the Knight of Pentacles, and the King of Cups. Whatever the hell it is, you're on board. You're like 1,000% on board. You're like, let's do this. Let's move this thing forward. Let's go. Let's be productive. Yeah, no, the heart space has shown up real, but for the both of you, we're deeply connected to this from the heart and to the spirit. It's not just 3D. But to say your two energies work really well together is an understatement. But you have full-on love for this. Your strength of your conviction is real. Someone else is meeting you in that space. There is an open line of expression here that you both seem to be getting more and more comfortable with every day as the strength of your two bond clearly increases. It doesn't decrease, it increases. So there's a lot of emotional trust here. There is a lot of connection trust too, which I like a lot. Six of Cups and the Lovers, that's a very strong sense of trusting the connection. Because the expression and then plus the actual application are both lining up. So it's moving forward. I mean, whatever this is moving forward, and it's stronger in its conviction today and in the future than it was yesterday. So what kind of time are we working with here? I want to press that point a little bit. Why? Why were you secretly hoping to communicate with this? Why were you secretly hoping it would just kind of show up? Which it does. And it has its own particular response too, whoever that is. Okay. Five of Cups, Ace of Swords, the Sun. Well, you know, whatever this is represents the truth of happiness and unhappiness. A sense of warmth, but also displeasure. It's a mixed truth you have. I guess you could say it was a complicated truth. Ace of Swords. It's a connection that made you happy, but also disappointed you. You know? It's a connection you're familiar with from the spirit, from the heart. It made you smile, it made you sad, made you laugh, made you cry. You know, that old thing. Yeah, you have a long enough history with somebody, eventually they'll make you cry. It's just, are they worth it? You were hoping to hear from this person again, even while you were kind of like, no, I'm not. But there is a sense here, you know, not just about forgiveness of the past, but can you work together in present day? And only you two can answer that. Whatever you put into this, just make sure it's returned to you. As far as I can tell, it is. And like I said, in future for you, there's a sense of your heart's fully open. And they are responding in a likewise manner and moving forward. Okay? And continue to build into this. But yeah, I don't know what this represents in terms of yesterday. And you didn't really show me that. You're saying you have a mixed truth when it comes to this person. You recognize feelings of warmth and happiness, but also equally true and potent is sadness. Of course, it's the Lovers, but why else wouldn't it be? The Tulips, number 9, message, delivery, flowers, softness, poverty, 37. Okay, courtship. Oh, we've been missing somebody. Poverty, feeling impoverished. Okay, feeling in the absence of love in this relationship. Feeling impoverished in feelings specifically. I miss my lover. I miss my connection. I miss what we had. I miss our courtship, our friendship, our relationship. It's all here. But here we have the smallness of the child, the poverty here. So feeling deprived of our love, our romance, our connection. Okay? We miss it a lot. So 9, 37, and 4. All right. Well, I wasn't quite expecting that. You know? Hasn't been the same since we parted ways or something like this. Okay? The star, the vision. Okay, 16, 9, 37, and 4, like I said. Righty-roo. It's times like this, it's a pity I don't do extended, because I'm kind of like, I want, well, what went down exactly? You showed me that it was complicated for you. From your point of view, you have mixed results. You distinctly remember this making you happy, and you distinctly remember this making you cry. So, romance. Oh, well, you know. Yeah, I know, we missed the sweetness. Meditation brings answers. There is, let go of the past for some of you. But there is such a strong idea of constructive effort between you two. It can't be denied. Like when you work well, you work well. Boom, 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 boom. It layers. So, I would dare say, effectively. It's ridiculous. So you're quite the producer, so are they. But the outcome is a strong sense of, like I said, trusting the connection, particularly its emotional and spiritual merits. Okay? All right. Let's wrap it up. We have the letters D, Z, N. We have the mask in reverse and taking the mask off, showing our true face. Okay? That's interesting. Coffee bean in reverse. No coffee. No energy. No coffee. I don't know what that means. That's so terribly specific. No coffee. That's interesting. It might make sense to you. It may not. It could be the representation of energy. You know, and the country. I guess it kind of depends on what kind of energy isn't present. Anyway, Scorpio, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Pisces, welcome to your Sunday check-in. What's going on for Pisces, please? Show me Pisces. Okay. 2 of Cups, Page of Swords, and the 5 of Wands. I'm sorry to hear that. 2 of Swords, 8 of Wands, and the 4 of Cups. Queen of Pentacles, Justice, King of Swords. Yeah, I want you to do what's right for you. And I know it looks so small, and that's the problem. That's the problem this Pisces is currently experiencing. These energies are so small and fragmented. What do I want to do with this? I don't feel good about this. I'm meeting opposition. What am I supposed to do with this? You're like it's trying to toss around a bunch of little needles, and no matter how it lands, it hurts, you know? 2 of Cups, Page of Swords, excuse the background noise. Our Lady Perpetual Lawn Care is really kicking off today. 2 of Cups, Page of Swords, 5 of Wands. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. There's something here you care about. You keep your eye on it, it keeps an eye on you. But what you more or less receive from it is frustration, pushback, arguing. It's very small. It's small-minded. The energy's small. And while you're saying you do care about it, it doesn't have to be intimate. I don't know. It's really up to you. 2 of Cups, you can have that with anybody. It's a basic idea of this is how I feel about you, and this is how I more or less understand you feel about me. Okay. Page of Swords, Five of Wands, it's like any interaction with it ends up with negative attention. And it's so small-minded for one or both of you. Like I said, you keep your eye on it, it keeps an eye on you, but whatever exchange there is, it's like it's just poised to kick off. It's just poised to start an argument. It's either you or them. You know, final word. Well, here's something else nasty while I got your attention, and then it goes quiet again. It's very small. I would even say it's petty. Yeah. The only petty I like is Tom Petty, honey. All right, Two of Swords, Eight of Wands, Four of Cups. Again, sucks. Sucks. I don't know what to do with this. The communication sucks, Christina. It makes me unhappy. I don't like talking to them. It's the same, different day. The choice of words never changes. The negative emotions never change. It's the same skip and the same record. I'm tired of listening to that record and telling myself to like it. Then stop listening to it. You don't have to. Remember, you get to participate. And in your own way, you are participating in this. And I know you don't want to hear that from me, but the only reason you can be disappointed in it is because you allow yourself to continue to talk to it. Okay? You continue to allow yourself to receive messages from it and in some way respond. Now, you might say, well, I'm sticking up for myself, but how has that helped you? When someone's sticking up for themselves, you make your point, you make it once, and then you defend your position or you put boundaries in place. You don't keep arguing with this childishness because it's way too small. Honestly, it's so small through my eyes, I don't see what the point is. And I don't know how it's helping you. And that's where you come in. Queen of Pentacles, Justice, King of Swords. Exactly. I need your energies to be so much bigger than this. You got to ask yourself, Pisces, is this worth it to us? This henpecking, this irrational anger and frustration, it's literally same different day. You know what? Now that I think about it, I hate this record. I hate it. Let's get this. Let's break it. Just mash it. Okay. Do we have to keep listening? No, you don't. Queen of Pentacles, Justice, King of Swords. There you go. Now the energy got bigger. The intent got bigger. The focus got bigger. Much more large scale. This isn't worth it. Exactly. Queen of Pentacles, Justice, King of Swords. That's very much this isn't worth it. It's not worthy to me. It's not fair to me. So let's stop. Small, unfocused. Small, unfocused. Oh. I get to decide what's right for me. Yes. Okay? There's some things you balance out with, and you can make it work because you understand in some way you can make it work. So this suggests you've tried communicating, and you just end up fighting with it. Or feeling bad about it. Two of Cups, Page of Swords, Five of Wands. What about that tells you this qualifies for justice? When I see justice between two people and they make it work, it's because they make it work. Some people just want to argue, honey. Small to be small, obstinate to be obstinate, petty to be petty. Okay. Two of Cups, Page of Swords, okay. Ace of Wands, Six of Pentacles, and there it is, Nine of Cups. You see, there's the influx of positive energy on at least one person's side. I can balance this. I can balance this. I can. And then it goes right back into a petty argumentative state. But at least one person, and I'm assuming that's you because this is your reading, says, I can give this good energy. I remember how to do that. And it goes into a practical place of balance. Let's work it out between you and me. Then someone goes, that, and then this, and then last Tuesday at 4:47 p.m. or whatever. Ugh. It's no wonder you're tired. You have tried then. But at some point you understand your dialogue is just starting to match theirs, right? Two of Swords, Eight of Wands, Four of Cups. You know? It's so pissy. All right, Two of Swords, Eight of Wands, Four of Cups. Two of Swords, Eight of Wands, Four of Cups. The Fool, Seven of Pentacles, and the Knight of Cups. Are you done kind of like exposing yourself to this? You've tried to soften your words. You've tried to be steady in your energy and opening up towards this. Make it practical. Lean into it. I mean, are you done being disappointed by the results yet? I see that you love this. You love this person specifically. Once more, I'm not... You're showing me your particular Knight card. That is yours. Actually, your Court card, I should say. I can see where you've tried to show this love over the years. And you've done your best to build into it over the years and be available to this over the years. Which also means you have years of evidence of how you're met, how you're responded to. I know the difference between someone who's trying and they authentically mean it and someone who's just never satisfied. You seem to be connected to someone who is never satisfied. Okay. It's too much of a final score energy, final word, final score. Who has a bigger tally? Queen of Pentacles, Justice, and I hate to see somebody's beautiful effort and beautiful sense of natural innate feeling being squashed like this. Queen of Pentacles, Justice, and the King of Swords. I mean, there's only so much you can do. Give yourself permission to stop playing that record. Queen of Wands, Eight of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. Okay, I see you in the future focusing on works and what literally works for you. What you will actually do with this, I don't know. But I see you putting aside and saying, you know what, this really shouldn't be my focus because it's taking away from my future. I agree with you. So it seems like you are really going to immerse yourself into that which you can control and which you can balance out, and that is largely in the Pentacle division. I see you really taking ownership of your industry in terms of your responsibility, your practicality, how you earn your income, and feeling really good about that. Like very justified. Not just justified in terms of your time spent, but energetically so. Whatever this is clearly worthy of you, your time, energy, and effort in the future, once more, which is going to command your full focus. And this person pulls away from that, no matter how good your deeds are or how much you mean well, it pulls away. You didn't actually show me cycling this out or ending it, but I don't see you contributing too much to it in future because I need to work on my personal goals. And so you do. It also looks like you're not alone in there. It looks like you have some sort of partner in that respect of someone who's on board with these efforts. So I don't know if that's a work partner, if this is your actual, like, say, I don't know, intimate partner, but they work with you. But I see the collaborative efforts of two that actually spike quite high, again, in terms of production. So it may not be an intimate partner, but this is someone who is definitely on board with goals and building. And that's great. That is wonderful. So for those of you who are looking for new work, you're in there. For those of you who are looking to amplify your work game, you're in there. For those of you who are looking to push and exceed in your goals for stability and personal sense of growth, you're in there. And again, I cannot begin to impress upon you, this is infinitely a better use of your time. So much better. And on top of that, what I really like is that I see you connected to somebody who gets it. They work in almost perfect harmony with you. So perfect. It's oh my gosh. It makes me think that you two must be in business together, or this is like, this is your strong team, partner, something. But oh my gosh. It's wonderful and well justified. As for this, how much, this is frustrating. So if anything, okay, let me go back to the record thing. You're not smashing the record, all right? But you're definitely taking it off the turntable for a while. You're tired of hearing it. Besides, it looks like you will have other priorities in future that really need and are going to command the best of your attentions, okay? So congratulations in those goals. Knights of Pentacles. Page of Swords. Three of Wands. You're going to make them wait. Okay. All right. So that's not, I'm going to point this out to you right now. That's not a long-term plan. But I agree with your short-term plan. You're going to make them wait and say, you know what? You're telling them they can wait. You can wait. This bullshit can wait. You're still pushing the same argument. It hasn't changed. It's not going anywhere, and neither are you. So that can just wait. I see you getting distance, and they just stare at you. They just stare at you. That's their only response, is to look at you and still be frustrated. Okay, you must care about this person a lot. Once more, it's not coming across as intimate partner, but you take it as it resonates. And if it was, honey, I would say move your romantic inclinations onward. But anyway, you're going to make that situation wait, and their only major response, like I said, is to stare. All right, I was wondering about that, but once more, that's seems to be the short-term solution. Okay? Tarot does not dictate action, you do. Tarot is the proof of choice, not the absence of it. That is up to you entirely. But bless you, honey. You have so many talents, Liz. You have so many talents attributed to you. Plus positive feeling. You do believe in positive outcomes. You do believe in this thing called optimism and best case scenarios instead of just worst case scenarios. So use it to your advantage, your own goals, your own endeavors. Okay, please, please do. Wealthy man, some of you have goals and aspirations that you need to make come true, honey. Okay? And whoever this is not on board with it, that is not your problem. I see you literally working towards that which works, not that doesn't. Okay? So you do what's right for you. You don't have to be male, by the way. It's just that sense of authority. I earned my place. Okay. Empowerment. Bringing in that coin. Bringing in that income. You're like, that's what I do. You need to do that. Yes. Number 13. Compass is pointing due north. Messages will be arriving soon. Okay. The ones that are a bit more goal-oriented northwards, which is good. 1, 42, and 13, like I said. This one, okay, fair. Fair. Make them wait, because you're right. Right. No, that's a fair assessment. They're not going anywhere, and the attitude apparently ain't changing. You know this. Okay. Ask your angels, guidance, that kind of thing. God, universe, angels, however you want to do it. Okay? But yeah, ask your angels, ask for guidance in the long term about what to do with this. Okay. Anything else? Okay. Get more information about the abundance. Yeah, you're working towards that in the future. Be open to inquiry, ask the right questions, perform the right actions and or functions. You're going to be great. All right? I like how you're connected to someone who gets your work, though. That's wonderful. We have the letters C, Y, Z, and the owl. Insight, good wisdom, strong mind, highly observant. Yes? All right, Pisces, honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Cancer, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me Cancer, please. Show me Cancer. Show me Cancer. What's up? The Six of Cups, Temperance, and the Ten of Swords. Okay. Ten of Cups, the King of Pentacles, and the Magician. Okay, beautiful. Six of Wands, Ace of Cups, and the Three of Wands. Okay. Okay. Very curious about how you were showing me healing around a soul bone. Ten of Swords. It's not necessarily an ending. It's an indication of intense pain. Regardless, I see that you've been doing some really intense healing around a connection that you've known a long time. Six of Cups, soul bond, of course it is. But that's someone whom you share a unique connection with. Okay? And that's built on time and emotional memory and spiritual memory, and nostalgia's in there, of course, and it represents a certain sweetness. And you're saying, yeah, I've been trying to heal towards it, within it. We'll get to that. Ten of Cups, King of Pentacles, the Magician. I like how soon you're going to decide to focus on what works, which is great. You're saying this is what matters. This is what I can rely upon. This is what I feel good about. This is what I know. This is a good reflection of me, my self-worth, what I do, what I'm all about. It's like, let's do more of that. The Magician, King of Pentacles, Ten of Cups, you are literally pulling in more of what works, that you can put the best of yourself into and mean it and really give to. And it means something to you. So your inner circle, you're saying, is going to receive a lot of your attention, the stuff that works. Okay? You're going to focus on that which works, including your own sense of self-worth and security. Good. So you're showing me these are your core principles, and you're really going to ramp those up soon. Out in the future, Six of Wands, Eight of Cups, Three of Wands. I see you walking away from something that you say you don't feel good about. There's something here. I can't keep waiting on it. I don't want to. And it's like it's not a matter of points or keeping score or vanity or who's looking. I just don't want to keep waiting. Okay. Six of Cups, Temperance, Ten of Swords. Let's take a look at this. Okay, Queen of Cups. I see that. Five of Pentacles, King of Swords, Two of Pentacles. Oh. Okay, so I was wondering how you're using temperance in this context of the soul bond. Are you healing within it as an active construct that you intend to keep? Or are you healing from it? That's something you need to make up your mind on. Two of Pentacles, King of Swords, Five of Pentacles. You recognize how you've been back and forth on this subject for a long time. Should I continue to heal myself over the soul bond and just let it go, leave it be? Or should I try to heal with them? Either way, I got to choose it. Like, I need to choose it, I need to choose it, I need to choose it. I need to choose it, and I know that. I know I need to own that choice. It's kind of like saying, if I heal just myself, that's my kind of agreement with me to let this go. If I try to heal with them, that needs to be a conscious decision too. Which one do I do? Is it feasible? Can I work things out with them, and do I want to? It's not really a matter of nostalgia here or sweet memories. It's practically speaking, what's the best thing for me? To heal just myself, let them go? Or try to heal things with them? You're close to making a decision. I'm very curious about what that will be. Ten of Cups, King of Pentacles, Magician. However, even though that is with you, and it doesn't seem to have a straightforward answer just yet, there's something here that does. Continue to put your best into that which gives its best to you. Okay? With full love, respect, and nurturing qualities. Okay? The Hermit, Two of Cups, and Queen of Swords. Yeah, you're doing lots of good bonding in here. Lots of good catching up in quality of life and really immersing yourself in those connections that are of importance to you, that do matter to you, that do make sense to you. Goodness me, you're spending such quality time with those who matter the most in your life and making sure that those connections are still strong. You're showing up very strong with the support figure, and that's wonderful. It's like I really need to concentrate sometimes on what's here and make that my focus, because it's beautiful. It feeds me. It's kind of like saying, this is telling me a lot about who I am, and you know what? I'm a good quality person. These people in my life, they're worth it, and they show me that every day. That's beautiful. It's not limited to just one person. There's multiple people in there that you are spending some really good quality time with. And they're worthy of you. They're worthy of that manifestation energy. That is some good quality work you're putting in there. And these are the people who are already there in your life. You know? These are the connections that make sense to you. And you want them to be around for a long time. Okay? Six of Wands, Eight of Cups, Three of Wands. Death, Page of Wands, Ace of Wands. Yeah. I was curious about the answer. Once more, tarot doesn't dictate action, you do. Tarot's proof, choice, not the absence of it. I was wondering what you were going to conclude. I see you concluding to heal yourself, and that in itself is an admission to let this go. You know, we can't muster the strength of the energy in this respect. It's kind of like saying if I try to heal with this, it would... It'd be like an effort that was in vain. It's like, I don't care how I look. I'm going to walk from this. There's something about that that's very specific to the Cancer I'm looking at. I don't care how I look. I don't care if anybody perceives me as walking away or just giving up. You're like, it's not about that. It's not about giving up. It's not about scoring points. You're like, I don't have the energy for this. There's something here about when you really immerse yourself into that which is already present in your life and you focus on your inner circle and reinforcing those quality relationships, that it makes you reflect on your healing energies here. What is worth it to you? What is worth it to you? Who do you heal with and why? The idea, is it a good representation of me? Is it worthy? Will this be a supportive stand-up feature in my life that can give me this same level of, well, effort? Like, as sweet as that Six of Cups is, and I've known them a long time, they're kind of teaching me the hard way that they aren't worth it. Otherwise, I wouldn't have to struggle with the answer. So it's like, I don't care what people think of me. I'm walking away. Me trying to stick around and heal things with them is not going to be worth it. I don't think that they would do the same or give me the same quality care and attention that you've come to expect from this. Yeah, but there's a very distinct feature. I don't care how I look. I don't care. I don't care. It's not worth waiting on to see if they'll figure it out or give me the same level of effort and attention. I won't do it. Like, my energy for this is over. You know. Well, you wanted to know, and to your full credit, honey, you gave yourself an answer. I have to admit, I was really curious because, once more, Ten of Swords is no guarantee of an ending. It can be a marker, a precursor, because that's a lot of pain. You'd be surprised how long people can live with pain. Maybe you wouldn't. So how are you going to use your healing energies? With this person or without them? Without them. You're saying there's just something you know about the connection. It wouldn't give you the same effort. You just know it. You know it somewhere deep down inside. Okay. But that was very interesting. I don't give a damn how I look. This is what matters right here. These are the people who support me. Okay? I don't know who that is, guys. I really don't. It may not be a person of, it may not be an intimate spouse. It's just someone, it's like the idea of trying. Too much to overcome. Blockages upon blockages upon blockages. It's like trying to overcome a mountain, honey. Number 21. Chains. That's interesting. I see something that's outside of you. change the forward. That's you, honey. That's your card right there at the Chariot. Forward momentum. I see that. No problem. You moving forward, but I don't know who that is. It's not you. I don't think it's you. I think that's where you're going. I don't think you know it yet. This is she who bears the rose. This is someone of obviously romantic idealism, beauty, softness, love, the recipient of love, the giver of love. This person holds a book, they hold a rose, contemplation. Very beautiful. Don't get me wrong, that could be you. Don't, like, I'm sure you are gorgeous and beautiful and highly romantic. No, I saw your power energy move towards someone. It was my first impression that's outside of you. I don't know when you go, but when you do, you do. 9/29. But no, whatever this is has too many issues attached to it. Blockages, the inability to try. It also kind of tells me low-key, whatever this is, doesn't balance very well in your infrastructure. Like, I've known them a long time and they still don't have a place here, or they're still uncomfortable with them, or they still wouldn't give my family the same level of attention as they would themselves or their family. I don't quite know how to explain that. But it feels very uneven. Yes. The situation will improve. You'll know. All right, no, I think that's enough, guys. Okay. Oh, no letters, so we'll have to do that again. First thing that popped out was a snowflake, time of winter, transformation. Yes, last winter may have been important for some of you, but sense of transformation. Some of you have some very interesting Scorpio in your chart could be connecting to, or the season might be important. We have the, this is the tiger. You can be ferocious when you want to. Protective. Okay. Music note. Some of you, music's very, very important to you. Profession, hobby, or that's how you tune in. Yeah, listen to your music. It does well for you. The dolphin. There's a sense of free spirit here. This is the individual dolphin. The freedom of spirit, lightness, the willingness to open up and live, touch of creativity, but a buoyancy, a lightness to life, which you seem to have, but not in connection to this. And then we have the medallion of Virgo in the reverse, the keyword here being practical. Yeah, practically speaking, is it worth your time, energy, and effort to heal with this? For the sake of nostalgia or memory, yes. In terms of giving back in a realistic way that implies strong effort, it seems not. No. Anyway, like I said, you might have some very strong Virgo in your chart, connecting to, etc. We need letters. I don't like it when I don't have letters. We have two. N. Okay. For some of you, Cancer might be your north node, FYI, but it's two N's, as in north node. Okay. Now, it doesn't have to be north node, but that was the first thing that popped to mind. But two N's. And then we have the snake. Yeah. Venomous. Poisonous. Treacherous snake in the grass bites you on the ankle. You're just trying to walk and something bites you. Okay. All right. Cancer, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well.